Hey, Corey Mano, how you doing? I finished setting up here. Hey, Michael. Port Clinton Duck. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I just woke up a half an hour ago, so I'm still trying to wake up. SFV Finn Skype. Hey, wow, long time no see. Yes, it's been a while. How you doing? I'm glad you're here. Hugh Garrow drone. Long time no see too. Good morning. Good morning. Hugo. You woke up 2 minutes ago? Yeah, I woke up at 8:30. I'm usually up earlier than that, but been doing so much running around here lately. I guess I was tired. Oh, you're getting your driveway sealed today? Okay. Well, I got no problem with that. Mine's all in gravel, so. Explicit FPV, good morning. It's very windy this morning. The sun's out, but we're supposed to get thunderstorms today. I'll see if that's still the case there. I didn't check the weather this morning. I was doing already 70 out. Supposed to hit 80. Oh, no thunderstorms, no. They changed it. Now we're going to get rain tomorrow, 100%. Wednesday, Thursday, thunder shower. Oh, wait a minute. What the frick? Oh, no. Vacation, explicit, cool. Nacho, good morning, good morning. Getting ready for your work day. Your vacation starts today, cool. Yeah. Kim's t-shirt should arrive Monday. Cool. No, thank you for supporting. Yeah. Drone Junkie, how you doing this morning? Expect some beautiful videos from the shore. No, I hope you get very nice weather, my friend. I finally got my new cup yesterday. Hey, Paul. I sent you a link this morning, Paul. I don't know if you got it or not, or if you're going out flying. Hey, Tim. How you doing this morning? UFO builder. Oh, Kim posted the video yesterday. Oh, okay, cool. Nacho's going to work. Good morning, Paul. Hey, Phantom Hodges, how you doing? Kim posted the video yesterday. Oh, okay, cool.
Good morning, Roger.
Good morning, Paul. Nacho's going to work. I got a plant inside. Tim, I just woke up about a half an hour ago myself. I slept all my night completely. Yeah, I know what you mean, Port Clinton. Yeah. Yeah, there's a breeze here too today, Phantom Hodges. Yeah. At least the sun's out. Oh, how you feeling today, Paul?
Well, not too bad. I have been editing since early this morning, but we also ran out to Sam's Club to buy some more breakfast bowls.
Okay.
And I'm still working on my Sandfest video.
Okay. Hey, John Donato, how you doing this morning? Good morning. Are you at home or at work today, John? Hey, Johnson Bass. Good morning. Yep. I went to bed around 10:30 last night. 10:30, I'll record 11 or something like that.
Roger, I'm going to keep putting you on and off mute. Don't mind me because I'm editing over here and I'm going to add some music.
Okay.
But if you want something or there's a question or I'm missing something, just holler and I'll unmute.
No problem. So Furball Kim put up that video last night about all the steaks we got. I didn't even look at it yet. There you go, Mark. That's only a small one right there, Mark. The big ones are all wrapped up in here for the freezer. You guys get here. You think we have enough steak? Okay, I just looked at the video. Hey, Indigo Rhino, Ryan, how you doing? Yep. John Donato, I sent you a link in case you want to come in. If you're too busy, I understand. Yeah. We were supposed to have thunderstorms all day today, but they changed their weather pattern, so it's supposed to be nice. We've got a little bit more work to do here in the house, and after that, we're ready for everybody to show up this week. I don't see it yet, but it'll take a bit. Bloody Outlook Express with their emails there lately. It's ridiculous. There you go. You'll probably get all 3 invites in one shot. Too hot to fly today. I'm just going to take a nap in the refrigerator. Ryan. That's how we were the other day, but we washed the walls in the kitchen there on a hot day. Hey, John.
Hey, how are you?
Not bad, not bad.
Hello, John. I'm over here editing. If you need me, just holler. Trying to get this darn thing done because the Sandfest was yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And if I don't post it, it's going to be past tense.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what happens with all my videos. I never get time to go through and edit them.
I have a feeling it's a send and receive setting in Outlook. I was supposed to phone Zoom yesterday. Not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And I didn't have a chance. But I got to phone up seeing why everybody's being grayed out when I send out emails. Hey, Blizzard, how you doing this morning?
Hopefully my air conditioner that I got here in the window doesn't bother you. Let me know if you hear it running in the background.
No, it's okay.
I mean, it's right next to the camera, too. It's in that window that's behind my PC.
Okay. So everything's starting to get back to normal there, John, there, so?
Slow but sure. Now I'm trying to buy cars. I've been going to 3 auctions a week. I was able to buy one yesterday. Terrible. Prices are just going out of control.
Summertime.
Yeah, plus all the like flooding and everything that's going on right now. All those cars get,
Okay.
thrown away. Basically, they get scrapped because now it's big time federal offense if you get caught selling a flood car.
Okay.
So they usually scrap all those, take the engines out, wheels, all that stuff, whatever's salvageable. But then there's nothing to replace them with.
Huh.
They don't have enough cars. They have plenty of new cars, believe it or not, but no one's buying the new cars. They're all buying the 1 or 2 old, 1, 2, 3, 4-year-old cars because that's what they can afford, and it's driving the price up.
It's because the prices have dropped. That's why. I mean, lots of people can't afford the new ones.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a big roller coaster ride right now. But now the used car prices, the big dealers are buying them up at an over expense. They're paying way too much for the cars on purpose. So that's going to price out the little guys and everything for the used cars. So you go back to buying the new cars, because right now they have an overabundance of 19 vehicles, 2019 vehicles on all the lots right now, no matter what brand it is, because everyone's been buying used cars. So now the 20s are coming out and they don't have any room for them, and it's driving everybody nuts. You'll see a big price drop on all the 19 cars right now.
Okay. Blizzard says not worth the shit. Quads are not working properly. Only Whoop's working currently. So I have to sit down and fix a few things. Sorry to hear that, Blizzard.
Yeah, you like that banner? I gotta get Paul Murray up there, but he doesn't have any. I could put a big ship up there.
You're doing a good job, just as you are, John. You don't.
Or I could get that one from Pooza Studios there with a crock pot and a little time.
I'm sure Andrew would help you with that.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably listening now. He's emailing me the picture.
There you go. Yep.
Blizzard says 1, 2, and 3-year-old cars might keep working. All new cars are overpriced and not worthy of more than a year before recalls. Yeah, that's it. They're bringing tons of recalls.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Nomadic Bike, how you doing this morning?
Wait a minute. Yes.
So what's been going on since I've been gone here working?
Well, same old. Well, getting prepared for these guys who are coming down.
Who's coming down?
Well, we got Mark and Val.
Oh, Val's coming down now.
Yeah, she'll be here on the 18th.
For some reason, I thought she said January, and I'm like, really? In Canada, you want to go up there?
I don't think nobody wants to be here in January. And
so that's cool. Yeah.
We got Corey Mano, Carpenter Rick coming down too, same date.
Holy smokes.
And we got Waxfire coming down he lives up here in Quebec.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
I see some of his videos.
And that'd be me.
I'll tell you what, Roger Palooza's growing by the day.
Right?
Hey, John Paul, how you doing? I just ordered a Furball t-shirt. Oh, cool, John Paul. He's still in bed, in matter of fact.
Yep. Next year is going to be an even big. The first year was okay. The next year, boy, Roger's going to have a bunch of people. He's going to have to order it right from the slaughterhouse. All those steaks and ribs.
Big tent set up outside, barbecue.
Yep. Oh yeah, stage set up, a whole bit.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Even Blizzard says even the snow tries to leave Canada in the winter. Nice to see you, John Paul. Yeah,
Hello, John Paul. Good morning.
I'm just hoping the weather cooperates down here.
Yeah. Are they staying for a week?
For 4 days.
It's going to feel like a week.
Centroid's going up there too, right?
Pardon?
Is Centroid going up there too?
Yeah. Mark. Yeah, Centroid. Yeah.
He's delivering Val.
He's driving down with Val.
Oh, nice. That'll work.
He tried to rent like a delivery truck and put her in a box, but it didn't work.
That'd be funny.
So instead, they're coming in what that little dinky car? What is it? What kind is it, Roger?
Cooper, Mini Cooper.
A Mini Cooper.
Oh, yeah. Mini Cooper. I know all about Mini Cooper.
Well, Val's got this steamer trunk that she's going to be hauling in it, and she's going
A steamer trunk.
My building caught on fire because of a Mini Cooper. I started a 90,000 car recall from 2007 Mini Cooper S.
Wow.
Back in 2011, the whole building burnt. It's terrible. Had it all on video though, luckily.
The insurance company had to write a big check for that.
It was. Plus, we had a big devastation going on here because it was in 2011. We had what was called the October blizzard of October 2011. We had 2 feet of snow the day before, 2 days before Halloween.
Wow.
Okay.
Destroyed everything in this area. So there, you know, I had battery backups on all the cameras inside the shop, luckily. And you just see the thing sitting there and see us come in the building to get the plow trucks and close the doors because there's no power or anything. And then, you know, about an hour later, you see the car, you know, the temperature dropped severely when I opened up all the doors to get the 2 trucks out. And that's what caused this thing to activate, and it overheats.
Oh, yeah.
Starts the wiring harness on fire. I think I explained it once on here before. And then you see the car, a little wisp of smoke comes out the window, and then it just woof, just like that.
Oh, God.
They tried blaming me in the beginning until I said, you know, I have it all on video.
Hey, Drone Pool, you going out flying this morning? What's up this morning, my friend?
I think Waxfire this morning is taking his firefighting classes, isn't he?
Yeah, poor guy.
John, did you hear about that? Waxfire went out and he was showing this new quad he's had that he's just got done putting together. Took it out first pack. It just something happened and it just turned into a ball of flames and landed underneath a pine tree.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
All on video, huh?
Yep.
Well, as much as could be caught on video, because all of a sudden the camera on board went different colors: blue, green, red, and then snow.
Yeah.
Well, we saw smoke a little bit before, and then it did all that.
Oh, not good. Something must have shorted out. Didn't
Yeah.
like it.
That's what he figures. He figures it got to the carbon fiber and just zit.
Yeah. I should sit up all of them.
And especially when you build it yourself, you're sitting there probably second guessing all the time. Now, which solder joint? What did I miss? What, you know?
Okay, Drone Pool, no problem.
Have
Okay. Unless you want to come in.
a
Okay.
good day, Drone Pool.
Okay, Nacho.
Nacho's leaving too.
Yeah, Nacho's got to go to work,
Oh,
but he wants to send me a link so I can.
he likes to talk while he rides.
Yeah.
Huh?
He's got all the camera set up, you know, on his motorcycle.
It does. That's cool as heck.
Yeah.
I started doing that on one of my motorcycles,
Yeah. I'll be right back. I bring you Roxy in.
but it was just too early in the technology. You know, now you can buy these cameras, put them
Yeah,
everywhere.
he's got it down pat now, pretty good.
Yeah. Now, I saw some of his videos he was showing when he brings it in for repairs and stuff, and the guys are.
Ouch. Bang your head on the wall.
What happened to poor Roxy?
She come to turn around fast and she banged her head in the wall.
Oh, poor girl.
Okay, Indigo Ryan, take care, my friend. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll try and stay out of trouble.
I'm going to mute you guys because I'm going to play the final cut before I upload it to YouTube.
Okay. Blizzard says it was the RTF, a pre-build wax fire Cinewhoop. Okay. Oh, cool there, Jumpo. No problem. Okay, girl. That's enough. Yeah. Bye. You have to put a beeper on your butt when you back up. There we go.
So, I see you're muted, Paul, but I know you can still hear me. Are you putting together a like a menage of all your ships and everything? Okay. Must be the dog or something barking. Yeah.
I stopped my preview of my before I upload because it's got music on it. But it's okay music because it's royalty free music. But anyway, you were saying, John?
I was wondering. I had commented on one of yours. I said I thought it would be a really good idea if you put together highlights of all the ships that you did and made a video that way. Is that what you're doing?
No, right now I'm doing. Last night I filmed. We have a sand fest where the sculptors come from all over the country and sculpt on.
I've actually heard of that up there.
Yeah, Sand Fest, and so it's on yesterday, and yesterday was perfectly clear, no haze, no nothing, no wind. So I went down and did a circle with the zoom and zoomed in on some things, and so I chopped it up into a. How long is this baby?
That'll be awesome.
About a 3-minute video. Yeah.
So they made all sorts of different things right on the shoreline, right? Right on the beach.
Yep.
Yeah. And now you can walk down the boardwalk or whatever they call it in your area, and you can check them all out.
Yep. Hang on a minute.
Yep.
Okay. Tim says my ECS overheating and shutting down. I know he has to go to work. Okay, there, Tim. You take care now. Have a good day at work. Hey, Dennis, I sent you the link. I hope you got it. Oh, he's gonna bite the mailman.
That's what I'm waiting for. Someone was saying something about recalls. I got a recall on bought myself a Jeep.
You got a recall on what?
On my Jeep. I got a little Jeep Renegade.
Okay.
And I noticed myself last month that the fan that cools the engine was wobbling, and I'm like, and I called on a price and it was like $210. I'm like, yeah, no, that ain't gonna. I'm gonna wait, and now there's a recall.
Okay. Hey, Nacho, how you doing?
I'm good.
Is it cold down there?
It's 60 degrees today. Not so bad.
That's not so bad. Not so bad.
Still out in Washington State?
I am. A few more weeks. I'll be leaving here the 29th, I guess, and then start heading east.
Nice.
I'm going to stop in and see Ron Lockwood on the way. Maybe Val, if she wants to have a steak. I want a steak. Not wrapped in lettuce either.
Hey, Curtis, how you doing?
So you've got that bike pretty well set up. That's nice.
It's all right.
Yeah, you got no noise. What are you using for microphone? Is that something for the motorcycle through your helmet, or is it something that you designed and put in there?
It's I don't know if you can see me. It's a Sena 10C, and it Bluetooth to the phone. It's over the counter.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy.
Your microphone setup is in the helmet?
Yes.
And is that one of the in the helmet setups that you have for the mic? Oh, there it is. Now I can see it. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. So, and this is also a HD camera.
Okay.
So I used to do all my vlogs on it, but then I slowly stopped using the video and just used the audio.
Yeah.
And because the audio is decent.
Yeah, it is.
So
it's really good for moving down the road. It's awesome.
It's like I use the video from the helmet cam as my base layer, and then I just start putting all kinds of, GoPro and drone stuff and everything else over it. You know what I mean? Ugh,
Yeah.
There's a disgusting dead thing on my jacket. It's like really disgusting.
Yeah.
Like I hit a small bird or something.
Oh boy. That's awesome that you have all that stuff on there like that.
Well, when I started, I don't agree with like music listening and all that other stuff on them, but look at it. It's disgusting. I guess I'll have to wash this coat eventually. It's like it's a windbreaker that I keep on the bike just to, so it's not really appropriate for everyday use, but it's completely waterproof. So I keep it so I can throw it over my jacket or whatever if it starts to rain a little bit.
Yeah.
So it gets washed in the rain. But yeah, the helmet works out great. I've had it for a couple of years now, and when I first started with the helmet cam and that stuff is because I was on call and I couldn't go out on my bike unless I was able to answer the calls from the hospital. So I bought my first communicator just to be able to go out and ride on the weekend, and the hospital could still get in touch with me.
That's good. Yep.
But like,
Morning,
as
guys.
I had
Morning.
Hi, Curtis.
morning, Curtis.
Hello, Curtis. Yeah.
Now as I head
Go ahead.
as I head back to Pennsylvania, I see myself spending a lot of time if there's internet, like live streaming. I was hoping that I could have gotten myself up high enough to live stream with the bike before I left, but that was delusional. It ain't happening. So I'll just have to whore my way through everybody else's shows if that's okay.
Yep.
You play Where is Nacho Now?
Yeah, like Finding Nacho. Finding Nacho. Where are you?
I'm impressed on there's no wind noise or anything in your microphone. Pretty impressive.
And most people on live stream, if I'm talking to them on the phone, they think I'm in the house or something. I never know where I am. I could be right behind you. But yeah, so the setup is really, Nacho rolling.
Right.
It's kind of my thing. So it's the only reason I want to be over 1,000 subs is just so I can do my vlogs, because I feel I'm at my best on my bike, and I think it's because I have a helmet on, so no one has to see my face, and I feel a little better. I loosen up, just kind of. But I go lots of cool places, and I have different cameras on the bike, so I could definitely make it cool,
Yeah.
But, yeah, so you can switch to all the other cameras on the bike, obviously, right?
Not in the current configuration. I haven't, but I could set it up that way. I just that right now, like I could live stream my 360 camera, but the audio would be not there. It would involve some stuff, and I haven't really gotten into working it out yet because I can't do it. Like when you see me in the 900 subs, that'll be my main goal is multi-camera shoot for the bike switching, easy. It have to be safe.
Yeah.
It'll have to be a thumb control or something to switch from camera to camera. I won't,
Right.
Safety first. Or I'll just set it up as that it streams multi-camera. You know what I mean? So I'll be a little Dennis in the corner, and then like I am right now, that I look at my screen, I see John Donato, and I'm a little thing in the corner. So being picture in picture and just showing where I'm going in the clouds, as I'm talking, would be kind of cool. But I don't want it to be like everybody else. It's got to be different because there's a million people out there doing that crap.
Yeah, the 360 view would be pretty impressive.
Because that way, as I'm riding around, you guys can just sub across the picture and look around.
Mm.
Pretty wild.
So I do that now on Facebook, but I can't do it on
Right.
YouTube.
Yeah, Curtis, Nacho's riding into work.
Yeah,
I can't figure out why he's so close to me and we can't figure out some time for us to get together.
I'm going to go up Mount Rainier Monday, I think, or Tuesday, depending on the weather.
Yeah, well, I work during the week.
Right, but I'm going to go up there to shoot like stars in the middle of the night.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if you want to get together after work and grab a burger or something, I think we can make that happen.
Well, we might be able to do that.
So, you know, we work for a living. We're both hardworking men. Damn it.
I know. I'm ready to retire. Damn it.
Yeah, I hear that. See, this is like my retirement job because I like, especially this one, because I work 3 days a week and then I work 13 weeks and take a month off. 13 weeks, take a month off. It's not a bad gig. I think that's why I'm not dying. Because the rest. I get a lot of rest, and I know how to relax. I don't abuse. I don't drink. I don't do anything. I'm boring.
My job itself is not hard. It's the people that are around me and
That's what.
the other people that drive around me because of what I'm driving is what makes it stressful for me.
I work weekends because I don't like working with other people because you're going to find this hard to believe, but I have a really, really heavy duty work ethic. And laziness, I can't handle it. You know what I mean? And I was the laziest son of a bitch ever as a young guy. And I know all the tricks and all the stuff. So once I see somebody trying to play me, I start getting pissed off. Because the real player will start playing you before they even know they're playing. They're just setting groundwork. And as soon as I get an inch of that shit, I'm like, excuse me, back up, son. I was lazy before you were even born. I was lazy. So it's almost like my work act is I'm trying to prove to everybody I'm not lazy by working my ass off.
Yeah.
And most of the time people just step up because they're like, well, the 400-pound old guy is running circles around us here. Maybe we better pick up the speed a little bit so we don't look like bums. So, but I have to do that because when they see me, they automatically assume that I'm going to be like there for a week and have a broken knee or, or, well, this guy ain't going to be yours nothing. Then they see me work and they go, ooh, hey, a helicopter, life flight. Oh, I'm turning my head like you're going to see it. No, that was wrong helmet. Yeah, I'm starting to pare down all my stuff for the ride home. You know, like I've accumulated a bit again. Damn Amazon. Hospital. Yesterday was so brutal. I really, I'm not feeling it today. I'm like, we have to go.
So I got a bit of an interesting subject. I don't know if you guys are aware of. Have you heard about this thing, this grassroots movement that's happening on? Roger, you probably haven't because you're not on Facebook, but it's been reported on CNN. This grassroots movement to storm Area 51.
Oh, no, that would be a mistake.
Yeah, well, let me share a couple quick articles here. Let's see if I can find these. So this is it. Storm Area 51. They can't stop all of us.
They can.
638 9K are going.
Be a lot of unhappy people.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. So they started this, and it was a joke, but now more and more people are talking about actually doing it. So now this is the first event that's been set up. And where this ties into drones is they've now set up a drone event page, Storm Area 51 with drones.
No.
Well,
Yeah. 108K are interested. 713 are confirmed going.
well,
It's going to be
So-
terrible.
I would go just to watch, like sit up on a hill in a safe distance with no electronic devices because I don't want
Right.
anything.
Yeah, pure binoculars.
And watch the mayhem. Just watch the mayhem.
Yeah, so the aviationist is reporting it. It says in the article, it says tongue-in-cheek internet sensation has gained tractions, but what if we talked about a crazy plan with Deputy Sheriff Murphy of the Nile County Sheriff's Office near Area 51 and to adventure photo tours who run regular tours to legal. Anyway, just to summarize all this stuff, it's going to be nutty. That's all the way. It's just insane stuff. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to read this article from a. Let's see. There's also one from.
That's a bad idea.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Very
And
bad
there's
idea.
here's the article from USA Today. Let me copy this and put this in there if you guys want to read it.
Jenny G, how you doing this morning? Indiana Kid, good morning.
Hello, Janny G and Indiana Kid. Nice to see you. That is such a bad idea. I don't think people understand what they're dealing with. They just don't get it.
Well, if you Google some of these articles that are coming up right now from Newsweek and CNN, they show some videos of people that have gone there, and the military that is there is not playing around at all.
Do not play around. I know a person that was stationed out there, and it's just they don't understand what will happen to them if they go out there. And it actually gave me goosebumps when you said that. It's just amazing how people just they don't understand the power of the government when the government really wants to keep something secret.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I mean, it's the big funny thing. I mean, I realize our government doesn't have any sense of humor whatsoever, but the big funny thing would be is if they just opened the doors and said, "Come on in." We've already moved all the aliens. Come on in.
By the time most people heard of Area 51, they moved all that crap. It's office building. It's an office building now. They're just pushing paper. You never know.
Well, hold on. They seriously have military guards out there that are very, very serious. I mean, we're not talking guys walking around at Fort Lewis where they're, hey, you can't come on Fort Lewis without the proper IDs. You're going to have to turn your car around, stuff like that. No, these guys are carrying M16s and they are fully loaded to bear.
They have a ground radar out there. They can tell if a mouse moves. And if you think I'm joking, they can tell if a mouse moves on the ground.
Yeah,
Within miles of their border. It's insane.
Like I said, just a simple YouTube search and look on some YouTube videos, and you'll see some guys that have tried to get in there within the last year, and these military guys come out of nowhere.
Yeah, they know you're there before you know you're there.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Hey, John, is your microphone on your laptop?
It's not. It's on the camera. Can you hear my AC in the background?
No, it's because you sound far you sound far away. That's why.
It's probably because it's trying to mute out the air conditioner. The air
Okay.
conditioner is literally right there.
Okay.
I could try to put the camera down here. Maybe.
we're trying to improve Robert's streams.
How's that?
For more. That's better.
Yeah, see, now I have it in front of both screens in the corner. And
Let's leave prostate issues out of this.
it probably doesn't get the back, the
Oh, we don't hear your AC.
Yeah, it's not trying to cancel out that noise, and it's a better view of you as well. And the backdrop is perfect.
Yes.
Yep. There you go.
I just have it sitting on top of a speaker that's in the corner. I have the two screens together. So now it doesn't get that reflective noise off the back, most likely. So now does it sound like I'm in a far away, or sound better?
Sounds like
No,
you're
you
in a
sound
window
better.
shell.
You sound better.
Okay.
Still getting some room ambience, but I mean it's much better.
Oh yeah, this is a square box, you know, with
And
just
the
sheetrock
big hard
everywhere.
sign behind him doesn't help.
I'm back. Hello, Curtis.
Hi, Paul. How you doing?
I'm over here editing, trying to get this Sandfist video all uploaded. So it's just going to take me a few more minutes.
Junk, wait for it. How you doing? Jenny G's in the house. Indiana Kid.
I am
Some
so not
YouTubers that went up to Area 51. They haven't been seen or heard since.
Nomadic Bike says everyone knows they're going to be there. They're going to find nothing at Area 51.
Right.
Michael Banny says, I think Paul's on the phone with Area 51.
Right. Paul's
case-
saying, you see what's on Facebook? Holy smoke.
Yeah, Paul knows the folks, and he's like, "Hey, have you guys heard about this thing going on Facebook right now? It's wild."
You know, the
Yeah.
funny part is,
Wait for it.
They called me already about Roger Palooza, want to know if they needed to task a satellite over top. I said, no, they are not anarchists.
the Canadians.
This is the best. Not meme. What am I looking for? One of the term. It's the best name to call this event when Val comes up there. The Roger Palooza. That's going to be awesome.
Did everybody see Furball Kim's video last night on the steaks that we bought for that Roger Palooza?
Did not.
No.
I did not. I will watch it once I do 15, 16 patients. Yuck.
Let me see if I can drink that. Oops, that made everything go away.
We're just bugging Centroid on all the steaks we bought.
So Indiana Kid says, "Okay, I'm going to try this again. I don't think the United States have a big enough jail to put all those people in once you go to Area 51.
They wouldn't put you in jail.
You'd go to an internment camp."
Yeah. Or you just wouldn't exist.
Or you just disappear.
Right.
The aliens need volunteers, and you just volunteered.
Yeah.
Okay,
When you think about
RDS,
the call button, call again.
RDS
When you think about all
how
the-
you doing?
When you think about all the incredibly painful, non-lethal weapons they could use on you, and that's just the stuff we know about.
Yeah.
That, you know, they could make you hit you with something that makes you bleed from every orifice of your body for like a week. All right, well, time served, mother.
Or they could
Or just-
try out various repellents.
Right. Or everybody just passes out when they walk within 10 feet of the fence. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Although, if you can you imagine if they did do that and one drone did get a photo of that,
Yeah.
or even better. Now, here's something fun to do, and I don't think they could do anything about this. There's a definitive. So I haven't been there, but there's a definitive line of where Area 51 begins, where you can be outside.
Yep.
What if all these people lined up at the gate and just laid down on the ground like they were passed out, and somebody videotaped it?
Yeah.
Aha.
Yeah.
Now we're thinking.
Or a high-flying aerial shot from a drone looks like it was a satellite.
I don't think you'd be able to fly your drone close.
I don't think so either.
No, they
Or the guards over there will have good practice shooting.
they can stop you from flying a drone. What they're using over in, all the places our military is, they even made it so you can't fly a DJI drone anywhere in any of the countries that our military are right now. So if there's if they're using the DJI programs, they made it so it's impossible to fly that in the desert anywhere. I don't know if you knew that.
Well, see, I thought you guys were talking about just staging something like in a park or something,
And that would be
where you had a whole bunch of people lay down and you had a drone up, let's say 400 feet, and it looked like it was, and you had it in a good solid hover, and it looked like it was a satellite, and then just zoomed in and all these people laying on the ground.
Hey, you get some guys wearing uniforms standing over them with some.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of surplus uniforms. You could have them walking around and.
Plenty.
Now that would add to the mystique of Area 51 if they staged that. That would be funny and entertaining without getting everybody in trouble.
Yeah.
Which I don't endorse
But
that
the
at
thing is,
all.
what's really the point?
Right.
What's really the point?
Well, the guy
It's
says
called sick humor.
I want to be clear.
Oh no, I meant like why these guys want to violate Area 51.
Well, if you read,
realistically speaking, it's.
Well, the article goes into why they want to do it. I just started to glance over it, but
it started out as a joke kind of thing. And the guy who set up the event and said, "Hey, U.S. government, that we're just having fun here. It's just a joke." But there's people that are taking it seriously now. If you go to any of the Facebook posts and stuff, they're like, "No, we're going. We're all going in."
Well, but I think that leads into what the whole copycat thing. It's like one guy shoots
Right.
a girlfriend licking an ice cream tub, and now it's like spread. Everybody wants in on it. You know.
what
Mhm.
was that about a girl licking
What?
ice cream cone? What?
What?
You didn't see that?
Hello?
No.
Yeah, they went into a supermarket, got a big.
Oh, I saw that on the
yeah,
news.
Yes.
I
yes.
haven't heard about
Now it's gone viral, and they're doing it all over.
Yeah, they need to throw them people in jail.
Yep.
You know.
Oh, look at the steaks.
Oh yeah, I just watched all the steak thing. That you guys gonna have a blast.
Well, it's fun. That moose looks just like beef. All right, I'm on my way.
Oh, what do you got to go to work?
No, I'm on my way to get steak.
That's basically all I eat. You know, that was what my diet consisted of. Was
Yeah, I did Atkins too. I lost 160 pounds on that.
yeah, that's what I. So far,
My cholesterol wasn't bad.
my
at all.
cholesterol stays low because I don't mix it with any of the potatoes or bread or no carbs.
While that video's playing, let's throw the question out to the chat because Nordic Bike says they want to know what's in there and why. So, is there anybody in the chat if you could go, would you go?
If I was invited, I would go.
Well, you were invited. I mean, it's on the Facebook page. All you got to do is click.
No. Invited by the
The U.S. government.
If you think you want to storm the military's gates, good.
No,
I'll
no
in the
way.
background and watch. We'll see the turmoil. You want to see people. You want to see the crazy news go crazy. Once all those people disappear, they would definitely have something to talk about. I just think the whole idea is crazy. But
Ultimately, they can't make all those people disappear. I mean, they won't. They won't. What they'll do is they'll prosecute them to the full extent of the law and tie up courts and make whoever thinks about doing it again, regret it. Or they'll just feed them to the aliens that they have there. Because when you think about it, with all the stuff that's going on with like messing with our elections and foreign anarchy being caused through the internet, how do we know this all wasn't started by people that are trying to just get, finding out our secrets?
Nacho, you're breaking up there, buddy.
Yeah, it's part of his conspiracy theory.
Yeah, he's giving away too much information. Our government's stepping in on this podcast we're doing.
Ultimately, whatever is there, I like to believe, is there is research and development of things that are supposed to protect us. Maybe I'm naive. You know what I mean?
Well, it all started back when they invented the condom. I think that's the whole thing.
Paul.
By the way, Paul,
protecting the public.
Val is putting together that list of things we're not allowed to talk about on her show.
That's one of the words.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the key words that's going to send off the alarm.
Oh, hell yeah.
We'll be talking, and all of a sudden we'll hear this alarm go off. Goes, dee, 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 dee. And you'll be muted automatically. You know, she's setting it up now. She's got a little script that she's going to run in the Zoom format.
I haven't seen one of her videos lately. I've been YouTube free here for a little while. I've just been too busy.
Well, Val has had of gentlemen on her show that like to have fun, and we may have stepped over the line or stepped on the line a bit, I should say. And she's wanting us to reel it back. She doesn't want to not have us on, and granted, we have gotten a little risque with her.
Let's put it this way: she has given us all a good talking to.
Yeah. So true. So true.
And that's fine. It's her show. We should respect that.
Exactly. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to do, but yes.
Now when the phone rings, I look at the numbers. Oh no, what did I do now?
Oh, that's funny.
It's like Big Val is watching, you know?
Yeah. I just wonder if the rules are going to start passing over to the other shows that she comes on. And
Why does that?
She'll be on those guys, and she's like, "Oh, you can't do that," and they'll be like, "What? What?
Yeah,
what?"
I can almost hear Lawrence with his deep voice saying, "Well, thank you for coming in, Val. Have a good day." Boom.
Phantom Hodges drone. What about the big drone swarm they're going to have at the airport in England that is supposed to be planned? That just sucks. That's terrorism. That's total. I think that's totally different than what these guys are talking about doing.
Yep.
There's no doubt about it. That's wrong on every facet of whatever. It's wrong.
Bill's in the house.
Craziness going on in the country.
Now we're gonna have information from Bill, see what's going on.
Oh, good. Before I got to go out and take pictures of this new car I bought.
Mm-hmm. I think he's having problems hooking up.
Lower left-hand side, Bill. Go to where it says mute and click the up arrow. That'll let you select your microphones and your headphones.
Well, that's right. I bought another camera to put outside. I got it in the back of my car. Forgot all about it. Jesus Christ.
I always liked that show, Inspector Gadget.
I think Bill's on he's on a laptop or something because he's not.
Oh, there he is.
Hey,
Hey guys.
Looks like his phone.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Well, I'm using my iPad this morning. How is everybody?
So did your daughter have her baby?
Yes.
Sure did.
Great.
Congratulations.
Eliana Grace.
Great, Bill. If you're on an iPad, if you turn it sideways, you'll become just like a regular. There you go.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, her name is Eliana Grace. She was born on July 9th at 3:30 in the morning. 7 pounds, 21 inches long, and we've been spending a large part of time just holding her.
Cool. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. It's kind of a surreal feeling holding her. It's like I have 3 children of my own, and it's just like one of those like surreal out of body experiences. It just can't put it into words. Just seriously.
Good for you.
Now, Bill, the beauty of grandchildren, right? The beauty of a grandchild is you can do anything you want with them. You can feed them all the candy you want. You can rile them up. You can get them all the toys you want. And when you're done, you go, "Here you go, Mom."
Yep.
Here you go, Mom.
We've already established that with my daughter and son-in-law.
There you go. It's a beautiful thing.
It really is, and it's just like, my wife and I are just unbelievably tired, but you know what? It's just like there's this adrenaline rush that we've had ever since we've got here. It's just been out of body. It's just been an out of body experience. For sure. I do have one bit of news, and you guys probably know about this, but Amazon's Prime sale, it starts July 15th and 16th, and they're going to have $120 off the Mavic Air, and it'll kind of mimic DJI sale that they had with the Mavic Air, where the same kind of price point. It's both off the regular package and the Flymore package, but that's the big bit of news for this week. The other bit of news is I put out a video about the Phantom 4 Pro V2.0 making a comeback, and wouldn't you know it, what I did was I did have a couple of videos that I already filmed and were ready to go out on YouTube. I just hadn't released them yet, and that was one of them. And it was funny because Drone DJ had put an article, is kind of like, is the Phantom 4 Pro 2, going to be having a comeback? And he said, yes, it is. Well, I had already filmed that video before I put it out there, which I thought was kind of ironic. So I went ahead and I released that, and people were just like, well, yeah, it's just like what you say makes a whole lot of sense, Bill. So so there's a video out there about that. And I really think so, especially now since the other bit of news is I'm doing beta firmware testing with a DJI Smart Controller and the Phantom 4 Pro V2.0. And that's going very well as far as the actual using the Smart Controller with the Phantom 4 Pro V2.0. And it's just buttery smooth, the controls, everything. So far, everything I've tested with the Phantom 4 with the Smart Controller is just absolutely fantastic. Now, it is beta, and I did get selected to get into the beta program, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And I'm going to have another video coming out on that this week. And Curtis, you'll like this bit of news here.
I love all your news.
I was selected as a tester for, you'll never guess what, for the FT Aviator. I had one sent to me, and when I get home, I'm going to start using it to test. So
Awesome.
I cannot be more thrilled with that, and want to thank Scott and Fluidity for having enough confidence in me to get out there and test it. I am so pumped and so looking forward to that.
Awesome.
Oh, very happy for you, Bill.
Hey, Curtis, did you have anything to do with putting a word in for him?
Wait a minute, what is it? What does that other guy do? He goes. That's my Ken Heron move.
Yeah. There you go.
That's too wide of a shot.
Well, guys, I gotta go because we gotta run. We're gonna spend most of the day up there helping my daughter and son-in-law. And my daughter was trying to entertain us yesterday and did too much, and she got tired. And we want to get up there and just we want to do things like do laundry, dishes, clean for them, that kind of thing today. So
Okay.
It's always
be a big help to them. So
Hey, Bill, do you have about one more minute though?
Absolutely.
So I don't know if you guys have heard it. There's a big marketing thing going on right now with a Kickstarter program from a company out of Seattle called Moment. And they are releasing an anamorphic lens for the Mavic 2,
I saw that.
Mavic 2 Pro, and the Mavic 2 Zoom. Have you guys seen this thing?
Yes, I have, Curtis.
Kudos for them for the marketing program that they did, but what they're not telling a lot of people, and I don't want to say that this is an issue. They just haven't discussed it publicly. But if you've looked at this thing, there's absolutely no way to put this thing on before you initialize and do your gimbal calibration. So you're going to have to mount this lens, which, by the way, there's two parts to it. There's the lens itself, and there's a counterbalance on the back, and it's 50 grams, by the way, in weight. Most ND filters are like less than 5 grams. So you're putting a lot of weight on this gimbal, but there is a counterbalance on the back. You have to now put it on after you have done your gimbal calibration. To me, what that says is your gimbal is not calibrated at that point. How important is that? Well, if you think about it for a second, your gimbal calibrates every time before you go up in the air.
Yep.
So I firmly believe that this is going to be an issue unless they have come up with a way of resolving this, whether they have an SDK and they're able to shut down the camera for a second while you mount it. But otherwise, you're going to be trying to put this thing on while the camera is going to be moving around trying to adjust itself to hold its position. You're going to burn those motors up, and nobody is talking about this at all. Which is,
what is
people are. It's a company called Moment, and they've released an anamorphic lens. The lens looks beautiful, by the way. If you've seen any of the footage,
I'm looking at it now because I did read that article, the Kickstarter part of it.
yeah, and they got fully funded $100,000 within 4 hours. So
Yeah, they got 360,000 now.
Well,
yeah,
Bill,
so
when Bill gets back to it, I'm sure he'll check it out for us.
oh yeah, I'm just kind of I'm putting it in his radar so he knows about it as
Yeah,
well.
I'm definitely want to, and that's a good point. I mean, I was excited when I saw that, but Curtis, you bring up an excellent point with that. I mean, I think that's something that really needs to be checked into, and the whole thing with the weight on there too can, I don't know how much, they've done in beta testing on something like this. And,
and the other thing too is who's got that small of fingers to go up underneath the Mavic 2s to get it mounted on there.
Yeah, that's a real.
Well, here's the thing: the people that are making this, generally speaking, are professionals. And when I say professionals, what they do is when they get a job, in other words, hey, come film the latest Transformers movie, they write that drone off. This is the cost of making that movie. We're going to sacrifice this drone because it's going to be torn up. And now that they've done this, they go, oh, this is a really cool product. Let's put this on market. They're not thinking about the average guy who's saved up for 6 months to buy a Mavic 2 Pro and is now going to possibly ruin his Mavic 2 Pro. I don't know for certain. I just know that gimbal calibration is important because it's done every time you go up in the air. And if you add weight to that gimbal after the calibration, your gimbal is no longer calibrated. So there is an issue there.
Now, you'll probably see, my thoughts right away, Curtis, are you'll probably see gimbal motor overload and it'll shut down.
Exactly.
I'm on their site now, and they actually have a good explanation of how it goes on and snaps on, and they have good photos of it and everything.
Yeah, but except the only thing that would bother me is, as most all you guys, once you turn that drone on and it's on the ground, first of all, it's only 2 inches off the ground. But secondly, is you try to snap something on, something that's being motorized to be stable, and now you're messing with it. It's like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, you could lock the gimbal when you put this on there, because if you go into photo and you have it so it's locked, you could lock the gimbal, put the thing on, and then go from there.
Except the stabilizers are still going to be trying to fight you.
They probably will. Yeah.
And the more you fight those stabilizers, the more you're burning up those motors.
Yep.
Well, all right, guys, I gotta head out here. So enjoy the rest.
See you, Bill.
And I'll be having some. I'll try to share some pictures next week too. I got plenty.
All the best, Bill, and you enjoy.
Will do.
Have fun, Bill.
Bill for coming in. Thank you, Bill. Have a good one. There you go.
He's a great guy.
I always like putting stuff on his plate for him. He loves to do research.
Yeah, he'll research the heck out of that now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, he'll come back next week, and he'll probably come back tomorrow with a full show about it. I've got some emails into the folks at Moment. They're up here in Seattle, and I'm trying to get some answers right away. I'm not saying they don't have a solution. They could have the SDK, and they could have something, a button added to it that will lock it down or stop everything from fighting it, so they can mount it on there. But as large as that thing is, you can't do a gimbal calibration with it on to begin with.
I can see that for sure. They show it on here. It's what is it? It looks like it's an inch or so. It'll stick out the front of that camera.
Right.
I just want to say good morning to Johnny West and JLRC Multi Rotors, Asgard Studios. And on the panel this morning, we got Nacho, we have Curtis Dart, John Bernardo, Paul Murray, and myself. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Kim.
Morning, Kim.
Did Kim just wake up? Is that what's going on?
He said good morning to me, and he said good morning to you too.
Yeah, he did. I'm just thinking, did he just now get up? I thought he was up earlier.
Yeah, he was on a while ago.
Last night playing with his meat.
What's that, Nacho?
He was up late last night playing with his meat.
He was?
Him.
Yeah, I know. He got up late this morning. He got up at 9:30. So I saw he must be playing his game last night.
Oh, yeah. What's he playing for a game?
I don't know. Well, Nacho said he was on with him last night, so.
No. I said he was up late night playing with his meat.
Oh,
There's another line cross for Nacho.
well, not really, because I watched the video of him playing with the meat. So
I thought he was playing with me because Nacho plays games on a computer. I didn't know he was playing
Oh
games.
no, I don't play games that Kim would like. I play Minecraft because it relaxes me and clears my head.
Okay.
yeah,
I sit there and I build and I get ideas that stuff in real life, and then I run away. It's where I go when I'm uninspired.
Yeah.
I have no goals, so I spend a lot of time there.
With all this work, his back is screwed up. What work is he doing? Is he cleaning the house or?
Yeah, we've been washing walls in the kitchen and all that. Yeah, and he's been cleaning up his room upstairs. We got three rooms upstairs. He's been cleaning all three of those.
Well, he's also been constructing a dungeon for Val, hasn't he?
Yeah, and made a new work desk. New work desk so that him and Centra could do a build on it.
I still say you need to make a broom and put Val's name on it. Put it on the table with all the drones. Here's what you're gonna fly today.
If you're buying all of, so Kim, if Val's coming up there, the way my mind would work is, and you're buying all these steaks, let her clean. I mean, you are buying the steaks, right? So there you go.
They're bought and he's got them. I think
Nobody eats free, baby.
We got a wide variety of meat for the people who are coming down here. So we got steaks, we got ribs, we got elk, we got moose, we got deer also. So
holy mackerel.
And smoked trout.
They do it right at Roger Palooza.
They got a good choice.
Good morning, JLRC Multi-Rotors. That's not me.
That's me. Yeah. Hello.
What's I saying about? Go, Nacho, you're dead.
Furball likes my idea. Val is going to hate it.
Now I can see the chat. Paul is chatting. Oh my god.
Actually, I've now signed into my main computer. So now I'm going to exit this one, switch to that one.
That's what I do. So, Paul, I just clicked on that link you just posted. Is this the lighthouse that was in the video that you did with that girl?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Lighthouse Park it is. Yep.
Lighthouse Park. Watching it now.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, it's a gorgeous area.
Yeah.
Look at that blue water. Jeez.
Yeah, look at that. You would think that's the ocean. That's just. So that's the zoom.
That's with the zoom. Yep.
Are you zoomed in?
No, actually, you'll see every once in a while I may zoom on that, but
okay, I'm seeing
the actual video that I took is like 9 minutes long, and I chopped it all down because people don't like to watch 9 minutes of video.
Oh, lighthouse. It's more like it should be like near John Donato.
That's one huge sand sculpture over there.
Yep. Yep. Those are all professionals that come from all over the country. Some even come from Europe to compete.
The woman up in the lighthouse. That's cool.
Yeah, she's a volunteer because they have lighthouse tours too.
Nice shots. Yeah, very nice. And you even got a ship in the background.
Yes. It worked out.
Yeah. Yeah, see, now they do that out here around New Hampshire,
Uh-huh.
right on the beach. They have
Right.
in between where the water will come up, and they level it all, clean it all for the people, and they build these huge sand sculptures like that, and
Yeah.
they're there until they're not,
Yeah.
But
They do the same thing in Seattle and downtown Seattle. I mean, there's no sand around. They have to haul it in. But
I was there in
That
2005,
Lynn on the Lighthouse?
and I seen that there was another festival going on where there's it's all an indoor. Just bear with me, but it was an indoor buildings with like a big statue of pigs outside and everything, and then they hauled in all the sand and they did it all right there on like a boardwalk that was by the Space Needle.
Mhm.
That was in 2005. That was before they put all the fencing around the top. Might have been 2004 too. I was out there. I guess now they have fencing all around the top of that Space Needle.
I've been here for 20 years and I have not been up that Space Needle yet.
Well, I've been
Let's
up
go
there
tomorrow.
twice.
My wife is a really, really, really good cook. I mean, like chef quality cook. And the thing that we hear all the time about the food up there is it's essentially Denny's, but it's way, way overpriced.
Yeah, we didn't eat up there. We just went up there.
Yeah.
We went to some cafes and stuff.
Very nice video, Paul. Very nice. I couldn't hear any audio because I didn't want it to bleed across.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I didn't put the.
Yeah.
And he caught and then you did you fly over to the ship and do this, or is that a separate video you edited in?
What?
Where you got the ship in there? Well, I'm in the.
No, actually, it happened. That all is all in the same take.
Because this video is, it says it's only, well, it's 5 minutes long anyways, I think, unless it switched to another one when I was watching.
I think you went to the next video.
I did. Yeah, I turned away from the screen and it went to the next video. But it was the same ship.
Good video, Paul.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I mean, it's not Furball's meat, but
Yeah, the thing of it is I do ships by the millions, but I try to also catch a little bit of flavor of where those ships are passing to. So,
Paul, are you using any filters or anything on that Zoom?
on that one, no, I do put filters on sometimes, but I find here's my dilemma with filters, and I think Nacho, I talked to him about it the other day. When I'm using that Crystal Sky, which gives you the ultra bright monitor,
Mhm.
it's hard for me to really adjust what the camera's seeing because it's enhancing the video I'm getting back. So it isn't real. Where when I was using my iPads, even though I had to put shields on it, it was in my eyes more realistic of what the camera is actually doing.
So my question, Paul, is do you use your histogram?
Right.
No.
See,
Okay,
now,
that's what you need to have on.
I've been starting to try that, and I only have the Mavic Pro.
Mhm.
only.
I noticed with the histogram, when I get that, now you're supposed to get it so the lines are gone or in it.
In it, right a little bit.
At the
So
edge.
well, no, from what I understand, and I'm no expert, but from what I understand from the people that I talk to, you're supposed to be a little. So as you're facing the pad, it should be a little to the left, but center.
Okay, you're talking about the one where it has the line pattern. You're not talking about all the X's and the angles and all that kind of stuff.
No. Just
That's
it's
the
just the histogram.
warnings there.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
tried that, and like that, it seems to be washed out, and it depends on what I put it on too. Like art or D cinema stuff like that. You talk to all these different or watch all these different YouTube videos. These guys are making some amazing videos, and they set this, and this. But then you find out, okay, they did that. You can't just post that video. They go into, their video editing program, and
Yeah,
now they
Premiere Pro, exactly.
enhance everything.
They shoot them flat most of the time.
I'm looking
while
for
there's color.
a quick.
Yeah,
quick-
they shoot flat, right, Macho?
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
So-
see, here's my flying and what I do. When I fly, I know in my mind, I've already decided I am a pilot that likes to shoot video. I am not a cinematographer that is going to do all of the nuances, because what I usually do is I want to catch spontaneous. But if you look at a real cinematographer, he might fly for an hour to get a 5-minute clip.
Right.
Exactly. He will practice over and over the maneuver that he's going to do. He has a second guy that's running the camera. They're doing a dual op system.
Yeah.
So what I noticed is I also have a Mavic Air, and I can run that thing, take videos with that in the same field, at the same light, everything. The video always looks better on the Mavic Air straight out of the box, without doing anything to it, from that Mavic Pro. And I'm just wondering if I do buy a Zoom or something like that, the Mavic 2, how good the video is straight out. Because I don't like to enhance it. I'll edit it and clip in clips and stuff, but I don't like to
Well, what you saw in that video, all I usually do is I will either lighten or darken. I also know that you want to shoot rather more. If you have to choose lighter, darker, you want to shoot a little bit darker because you can lighten it and enhance it. But when it's too light, when you try to reduce it, it screws it all up.
I think also the Zoom and the Mavic 2 there's a lot more data to play with. You can get away with a lot more. Definitely shoots better. I started using different on my Mavic Pro because I wanted to try it, and now that I do, I rarely use the onboard camera anymore because it's okay. Don't get me wrong, it was great in its time, but its time has passed.
On what, the Pro? It's hard to hear you. Your mic's a little low, at least on my end.
Same here.
Sorry. I don't know what to do about that. I don't think there's anything I can do about it. I'm on my iPad. I'm hoping that the Mavic 3 will be a combination of the zoom and the 1-inch sensor. Then I'll upgrade.
That's why I haven't bought anything yet. I don't know what they got to be coming out with something soon here. That's
Well, the rumor is the Spark 2, which
yeah, I'm not going to be that interested in that.
I'm not either.
Yeah, I played
Well,
around with Spark,
John, there's always an Enterprise.
you didn't.
I happen to know somebody that has one.
The price is going down every week, John. The price is going down every week.
Yeah.
John, so just a little bit of it. Are you familiar with the Enterprise at all?
A little bit. I just read it.
So some of the nice little features that come with it is a speaker system.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All that stuff.
You could sit in your office and send your drone out and hi folks, hi, welcome to DiNardo's Auto Sales, and what would you like to buy today? And right from the drone, they could hear you.
Yep.
And they'll go, oh, we're just here looking. Then you go, okay, whatever, bye.
Yeah. Zip off.
Yeah.
A cup of coffee on them.
Beer
Yeah.
back, guys, coffee.
So in the chat, Johnny West asked, Roger, anybody have any thoughts on the U.S. drone Iran shot down? Just curious. I think we ought to bill them. Send a bill. Pay for it.
Well, I personally, even though technology is pretty precise, I'm wondering if maybe when they really reviewed the data that we didn't kind of stray with that a little bit into their airspace.
That's why you don't hear anything about it, because that is the conclusion they came to. Because
If we strayed, it wasn't because we strayed. It's because they wanted to go in there. There
Right.
is that technology they use with the satellites to control those is pinpoint accuracy. They know exactly where that drone is within,
Well, I was talking to one day I was down by the water, and the guy was watching me pretty intently from his car, and he came over and talked to me afterward, and he says, "Yeah, I'm here on vacation. I fly for the Air Force drones, and I fly the ones that are over in the Middle East from Colorado or wherever he was stationed.
Yeah.
And he says, I can tell you know what you're doing. And I says, well, it must be fun to do what you do. He says, oh, it's really exciting. He says, but the one thing that I will tell you, that I can tell you, is everything's not as precise as the government wants to tell you it is. There's times when we're watching things and all of a sudden the computer will update and we could be 5 miles off course and not know it. And then all of a sudden, boom, we're off course. So
that's what he's telling you.
Yeah.
There's teams that actually fly those, and one person will do one part of it, one person will do the other part, and then everybody's watching. All the commanders are watching that everywhere, not just at that base. So they're over there in the Pentagon watching all this stuff.
Well, and the thing of it is that at any one time he told me there could be 100 of those in the air.
Right. Yeah. But as far as him saying they update and stuff like that, they do, and it might be the screen he's watching, but the pilot that's controlling that, it's live. So
well, he was the pilot controlling, and what he was saying was, to me, kind of indicated it wasn't like it was a big deal, but he says some of the drones he flies are pretty fast. And he says that just a millisecond in time changes everything in late. And he says we usually get real-time latency, but every once in a great while, it could be a solar flare or whatever, there's that little microsecond of latency, and he says you could be off by quite a bit.
Definitely.
You're talking about a jet, essentially.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's moving. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you're getting solar flares and everything, we could have issues, but they knew if they were off course or not.
Yeah, and I think Nacho's right. That's the reason we don't hear a big to-do about it, and the reason that they stood down and didn't retaliate immediately. But
well, that's what came to light. I think I heard Trump making something about it. Oh, well, we wandered into their space and we got shot down.
Well, the thing of it is, though, is Iran is going to continue to be an issue as long as they can keep attacking ships. So.
Yeah, they just attack.
Just like Paul, he'll be an issue as long as he keeps attacking those ships.
He came over. He said, Paul knows what he's doing, so we're going to recruit Paul.
Oh yeah, right. Well, that's the reason I'm in touch with all of those departments. But I didn't say that.
Right. You have an NDA.
I want to go and interview Paul on the way home. I want to go down. I want to shoot him down the water.
He wants to shadow me with all kinds of electronic gear and find out what's going on.
So that's not.
I just want some B-roll of you holding the controller, Roxy looking out the window, boats going by, and
you mean Mia out the window.
Mia.
Well, Roxy's her cousin over there in Canada.
She's Canadian. That's right. I get mixed up. I want to do that.
Canadian A.
Roxy
I'll do the B-roll so then Val can interview you and she could put that stuff up in the background.
Yeah.
That'll be good. That way you don't have to actually have her come and interview.
Right.
You can I'll get all the footage.
That's what Val should do. She should just take photos of us in this format right here and just have us on the screen, not have us on the show, just have this up. And that way we would behave.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Muted and behaved.
By the way, folks in the chat, I don't know if you've seen this.
Yep.
Yep. There you go.
Canadian Drone Hub, right there. Get your coffee mug. Roger's going to put a link in the post in the chat section there.
Yep.
By the way,
and there's a 3-pack set of the classic set. You get that one. You get the classic, and then you also get the club one, which has Roger and Kim right there drinking coffee.
By the way, drinking coffee is really great out of this thing, except for you start talking like you're Canadian after you drink it. A.
Yeah, I'm going to put an A under mine too, probably.
Put it on the bottom.
Yeah. Did you see what I did, Robert or John?
Yeah, that's cute. I did.
Although I think it should be EH actually, but I just put A. Figured, what the heck?
A, yeah.
It gets the point across.
Right.
That is good.
I put the 2 links in there. One for Kim, Furball Kim's, and mine
Yeah, Furball Kim's
logo.
his mug. Yeah. In fact, Roger, I think I have a. Don't I have a picture of his logo?
Oh, he used that one. That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I have that, Roger. Let me go look so that everybody knows what it looks like.
That's nice. Uh-oh.
Man, is that phone on a bed or what? It's going up and down, up and down, up and down.
Oh, he's lighting up a cigar. Jesus, which one is this? What is this?
It's almost like following the bouncing ball. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, who, me? My
No,
cigar?
Nachos.
No. You lit up the cigar. Nacho's bouncing. You lit up the cigar. I'm watching it on a 15-second delay on this other screen, and I look back at the screen, going, "What the heck's going on?" I have that craving now to get a cigar, but I don't have the door to get the smoke out, so I'll have to go outside. Look at Nacho's phone.
This looks really bad.
Yeah. He is at work, right?
Yeah, he's at work.
Where does he have that mounted on? On what?
That's the new kind of examination table.
Wow.
How many times can you go up and down without throwing up? There you go. You're on mute. You're on mute, Nacho.
It's the magnetic cover. I use it that's on the iPad is stuck to the bottom of a like overhead filing cabinet.
Ah, okay.
And so if I touch it, it starts to swing.
So I shared this last night on when Roger was on. I'm gonna share it again in case a few folks missed this. You guys will enjoy this. I was on my way home from work yesterday, in just bottleneck traffic. We're doing like 3 miles an hour, and there was a truck in front of me.
Oh yeah.
There was a truck in front of me that I managed to get a photo of the tail of or the back end of his truck. I'm going to share this now. See if you guys can read what's on there. Complaints taken at the head office, 58.9 feet ahead. That would be the cab of the truck. Or you could call 867-5309 and ask for Jenny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's gone. Now, see, this is strange. This is the first time this happened to me on Zoom. So you were showing those pictures. I'm like, Jesus, they're seeing the pictures. It popped up on another window on the other screen. So now I have my regular Zoom. I don't know if this does that with you guys. There's Zoom, and I was just watching you on the other screen, and there's your picture. I did that all automatically, which is as soon as
that's because you're the tech guy.
Are you watching YouTube on the other screen?
I was when you clicked on that.
Okay, so you're essentially seeing, if you go up to the top and you click
view options,
then you can put our photos on the side.
Yeah, I must have did that by accident. So.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. You normally see that on like a truck. Usually it's an actual number and contact corporate, whatever, if my driving is bad or whatever. But this guy obviously owns his own company. He's doing his own hauling. That's a very expensive trailer, by the way. Those are aluminum trailers. So this guy must be doing very, very good for himself.
Yeah, it's an aluminum trailer with soft sides. You can put a couple of different things.
Can you imagine if Valerie put that in the back of her car? She'll have so many bloody phone numbers up there. It would be ridiculous.
So I figured everybody would get a kick out of that. What the heck?
Yeah.
So that window wouldn't let me. I couldn't get out of that window.
There's a button at the very top where it says View Options, and you can.
When I went in there, which now Paul Murray's viewing something.
Right.
It says exit full screen, but I couldn't get rid of that piece. It says antidote, request remote control, zoom ratio.
I know the answer.
In my settings, I can uncheck the dual monitors. I bet you that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
It does a dual monitor thing, and then if you have dual monitors, it will go to full screen
Yeah. So
when
now
somebody shares.
Yeah. So now I can when you bring the box down, you can get out of the box if you want to.
You said box.
Is that a jack?
Yeah.
Jack strap.
That's the cup that
What
Andrew.
would have made that a little more interesting is if that band at the top actually went all the way around the cup.
Yep.
Oh yeah. That would be cool. Yeah, but it's
And-
cool the way it is.
I mean, it's cool the way it is, but I mean, if you wanted to take it to the next level, that would be pretty cool.
Yep. That's Furball's one of his cups.
I see it. Plain as-
That's Andrew that drew that one for him.
Yep.
That is cute.
Know how good Andrew is at those things.
Oh yeah.
And he's fast too.
Yeah,
Man.
he does it while you're talking to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the question. I never thought about it when I made the logo, the Furballs logo. Maybe there should have been two of them,
Yeah. Too little.
you know? 'Cause they
Well,
can
yeah.
balls.
Hey, that's what you can do, Dennis, is make that into a logo as well and send it to him and see which one he likes the best.
I didn't bring my computer today, but I'll get on it when I get home. I can't believe I haven't seen a patient yet. I've been here for 40 minutes so far, and there's
Okay.
nothing going on. I'm not
Well-
complaining. I did a lot yesterday, so maybe I'm getting a little.
I'm sure
Morning
Kim's
break.
upstairs saying, no rush, no rush. Anthony Benson, good day. Yeah, it was a jack strap on the cup. Yeah.
There's his other cup. So in other words, he's up to 2 cups
Yeah.
in
But this one here you can buy on Teespring. Yeah.
well, you can pre-order the other one. I don't know if you'll get it, but you could pre-order it.
It's a shame you can't get one logo on one side, the other, and
Oh,
the
there
other
you
logo on the
go.
other.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Or you could make one in reverse on the back side. Would be funny. Would be the back side of that. In other words, like the spelling all backwards and the bottom of the props and the Furball butt. You know.
I was gonna say a little butt.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Well,
What?
stop share.
So since we're sharing stuff, I had a conversation with my buddy Nacho here, and I said, I got my logo. I can't possibly see because Val puts her name on everything. I can't possibly see
Yeah.
a way to get.
She
I
has
can't
that.
possibly see a way to get Val's into my logo. Well, there you go.
Yeah, right on the side. Think-
Yeah.
No.
Yep. If I would imagine that's exactly the way it would work.
Yeah. Well,
I
I'm not.
didn't know that you could do the virtual background from the tablet. I'm
And
starting to
she, yeah.
Didn't know that either. I haven't tried the tablet yet. I know it won't let me. At least it hasn't let me do it from this PC. It says it doesn't have the requirements.
We keep talking about aliens. I'm thinking about changing my skull the skull in mind from a skull to an alien. Huh.
Well, I do that all the time. Let me go get my alien.
Why am I so blurry?
You're not blurry on here.
Oh,
All right, well, let's find a better picture.
Probably because you're getting a lot of interference in the hospital from all those machines you got
Maybe.
there. And probably the radiation in the hospital.
that's a cute.
All right.
Argue with that.
Earthling, everything will be all right.
There, now you can't tell I'm at work. Just because I'm wearing scrubs. I always wear scrubs by the lake.
And it looks like you're on a boat on the lake because you're.
Yeah.
Actually, when he does that bouncing around, it kind of reminds me. Of course, I'm old. Maybe you guys don't remember this. But do you remember you used to go to the movie and they used to have like little sing-alongs in between? It was
And the ball would bounce along.
a
Bouncing ball.
Yeah.
That was top of the line graphics right there.
It would go word to word to word to word.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of programming our nation.
Yeah.
I got freaking flies bugging me here.
She's like, when's Val getting here? When's Val getting here? When's Val getting here?
Yeah, exactly.
Actually supposed to be working, but I haven't done a thing since I cleaned up one car before I signed on.
Well, John, the thing of it is you can't fire yourself.
Yeah, I can.
No, that's called going on vacation. That's not being fired.
Retiring. There you go. You retire. Yeah, I still have a few more years left.
Few more good years. Enjoy them.
Then I can concentrate on droning and YouTube and everything else.
So do you do any YouTube marketing, John?
I don't at this point. No. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. My car lot website does post to YouTube, and I do have a YouTube channel, but it keeps breaking. I use a company called carsforsale.com, and they keep changing the format, and every time they do that, it breaks the links to Facebook and everything else, because it doesn't the cars on Facebook Marketplace, and it creates a little video on YouTube and puts it on my YouTube channel. I have a separate YouTube channel for the car lot stuff.
Well, I think what you should do is you should get Dennis to come down there with his camera, and you could do one of those crazy car lot videos and put it on the cable TV. Hi, this is John. Come on down today. I've got the super deal right over here. $19.99.999 for $19.99.9.
On sale tomorrow for $19.999.8.
Yeah.
I've got some buddies up here that are big graphics guys, friends of mine, that because we both do graphics and everything. But he uses YouTube a lot. I mean, when he gets a car in to sell, he just does a walk around. He shows the car off. I mean, he's not a high pressure salesman, he has his own. He doesn't tie into his website or anything like that. He just has a YouTube channel and ties in YouTube to his website, not his website to YouTube.
Yeah.
But as soon as he gets a nice car in, he goes, "Hey, we just got this in. Da da da. It's got this, got that, got this." Shows the inside, shows the outside. He'll put the camera under the car, show under the car, the whole 10 yards. And he says he's doing pretty good with sales that way.
Yeah, but see, the guys that are the high energy in front of the cars, have the babes and all the stuff around them, those guys are doing it. I understand. I talked to one guy that does that kind of thing locally, and he increased his sales by 1,000%.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Now,
The problem I have is I don't have enough cars to do that. I mean, I do, but I don't. Like, I sold everything the Friday before we went on vacation. And now I have 3 cars on the lot, and one of them I just bought yesterday, which I got to do. That's what I'm supposed to be doing.
I have an idea that's not being done.
Well, 3 cars to sell is still 3 cars to sell. It doesn't matter how many you have. The way my friend is doing it, and I'm not suggesting he's doing it perfect, other than he sells a lot of cars.
Well, it actually sounds like he's doing it's a great idea, and I should probably get on the stick and do that. You know?
He does it just like a vlog kind of thing, where he's not doing anything special with graphics or anything, which is surprising to me because he knows how to do it. But he's like, "Hey, I'm John. I'm out here today. I just got this car in. Check this out. It's a 4-door whatever, Ford this, Ford that, Chevy." Yeah, exactly. And he's just kind of walking around. He goes, "Let me flip my camera around." The interior on this is really nice. A nice old lady from Pasadena owned it for 20 years, and it's only got 10 miles on it or whatever.
Yep.
And he flips it over and shows you the dash and everything. Of course, he has the car clean before he does all that, but that's really the only prep work that he does for the YouTube channel that he's doing.
And
then,
with modern cameras, you can just zoom in on what you want to crop to, too.
That's what I wanted to say, is that if you got a 360 camera, I don't see anybody doing that. After the cleanup, you put it right in the middle, a little suction cup to the dome light and the whatever, to get it in the middle of the car. You do a 1 in the front seat, 1 in the back, and you can use any number of free virtual reality programs to connect them so that you can go from the front seat to the back seat, and they can look around the car without even having to come down.
Which
is not always a good thing, but
The only other thing that he does is he occasionally, he doesn't do it every time, but occasionally he'll have one of the other salesmen drive the car into the lot, and he shows the car pulling in. And he goes, "Hey, we just got this brand new Impala, whatever."
Just arrived. Just arrived.
Brand new 72 Impala.
Does he just use his cell phone, or does he have a camera that he uses?
He's got like your other camera that you have. It's just a little Casio. Yeah, it's just a little It's not a big deal. I'm thinking he's probably using his phone now that I think about it, because he does flip it around. He goes, "Hang on, let me flip this camera around so you can see this over here." And he shows the whole process of the camera flipping and everything. He doesn't try to hide any of the edits.
Yeah, that's how I would do it. I would just do it like a real person instead of thinking, it's a multi-million-dollar business.
Right.
They,
People really, as much graphic stuff as I know how to do, people tend to kind of gloss over that stuff.
They do. I noticed that. They just,
If it's
Well,
right.
If you want to do something totally different, John, would be to start out with the high impact thing, and then all of a sudden the video stops in the mid sentence, and you say, "Okay, enough of that. Here's the deal."
Oh, Paul, you just gave me a great idea. We started out. So, John, you hire somebody that can do that kind of thing. The high intense, high energy,
suit,
loud suit, whatever. He comes on. John DiNardo's Auto Sales. Come on down, and you walk in and go, "Dude, I'm sorry, you are fired." and just push him out of the way, and then you just start being the regular everyday guy and saying, "Hey,
John DiNardo, yep,
don't need all that happy horse stuff."
Yeah, that would, people would enjoy that.
They would like that. Yep.
I started to say they'd get off, but that's
something like that too. You don't need all that high pressure sales stuff. Here we go. We're just going to show you the car. If you like it, you like the car.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
And if you had some kind of a high powered pitch with that guy, then all of a sudden, you know how the record scratch goes zzz, and stops, and you say, "That's enough. Cut."
Oh, I like the idea of him just walking on. Dude, you're fired. You're
out of here. You're out of here.
Hey, Mr. Dutchy
Go
Dutch,
home.
how you doing? Dutch in the house this morning. Yep, everybody check out True John Reviews channel.
Yeah, John, get your creative juices going.
Yeah.
I know, and I've been
Keep
just
your juices to yourself, John.
We're giving you all this free marketing stuff. Jeez.
you guys are great.
Johnny OS.
Only if I could implement it. I just
Well, see,
Execution is the thing.
if we work hard enough, Nacho and I and Curtis, if we work hard enough, we may make it onto John's board one day. Behind him, the board behind him.
The board.
Yeah.
The board.
This will probably be filled all up.
What are the photos there? We can't quite make those out.
In a way, I did make it to the board.
That's Val. That's Val's life.
The Canadian Drone
Okay.
Hub logo.
These two are Pusa Studios, and then of course Canadian Drone Hub. They're just,
Now here's the question: why cover up the phone number at all if you're a business and you want
well, no,
business?
I wasn't. It was just a joke between me and
Andrew.
Andrew. So I left them up there.
And of course, Val noticed that all that was on there was Pusa Studios.
Right. So then I threw Val's up,
And then out of respect for Roger.
Yeah. That was all for Andrew, because he was the first one. He kept calling me. Asking me questions. And
So
then,
much for international call rates, huh?
well, he says it's free.
Yep, it's there free. I can call anywhere in North America free too.
And then, the other guy, Mr. Crowley, he's called me a few times. Paul's called me. Yeah,
Deepest voice and droning.
Cover the number. It was just the whole thing with Andrew in the studio. So, because he was the very first one to call me right in the middle. We were talking one day.
Yeah, of course, Andrew calls him and he says, "Just a minute." And he mutes himself. He thought he had a hot call coming in from Andrew.
Yeah, which I sold. So.
Hey, Nacho, what time's your first patient?
Yeah, it was supposed to be.
I don't do scheduled work. It's kind of like a feast or famine kind of thing.
Hit or miss. Yep.
Okay.
But the last 5 weeks it's been hell. So I'm not complaining. I'm not going to do anything to jinx it. I'm just going to eat my popcorn. Once it starts, like the ER tends to wake up around 10 a.m. It's only 8 a.m. here, so it'll pick up.
Well, what time is it on there now, Nacho?
It's 8 minutes to 8.
Oh, okay.
It's early.
Okay.
Soon I'll be.
You're 3 hours behind us. Okay.
Yeah.
Val's probably getting ready to get to the beach house now. I hope she stopped and bought glasses.
She's shaving her nether regions as we speak to put her bikini on.
She lost her glasses somewhere between the airport and her sister's house when she was walking around looking for her daddy.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yep.
Oh, Val.
So True Drone Reviews, yeah, it shows 4 cars on my website, and 2 of them are sold. The Jeep is the one I bought myself. And then that white RAV4, I bought the identical RAV4. I didn't even realize that I could use those pictures. I don't even have to take pictures. It's identical. The only thing I'd have to change is the mileage. It's got 24,000 miles. Oh, I got to change the year too. It's a 16 RAV4 that I just bought, XLE, white, set up the same way with 24,000 miles. That one was a 15 with 35. But the first 2 cars on my website, when you go into the inventory, say sold on them, which I should take off. I only have that black Ford, the 16 Escape, and then that 15 Acura on there.
Is it you try to keep a lower inventory or just have a hard time finding cars?
I'd like to keep 15 cars in stock, believe it or not, but I have not been able to buy cars for the right amount to put them out here, so I'll sell them.
Yeah, the friend of mine that comes by here all the time, Tim, he's got 2 licenses. He's got his broker's license, a real estate, and he also has a car sales license. And the problem is he goes to the auction and he doesn't want to pay fair market value. He wants to pay what he thinks it's worth, and he never can buy a car.
We have all these tools that we use that show, everything.
Yep.
One of them's like our Mannheim report, it's called.
Yep, Mannheim, and there's a black book, and there's all different kinds of things. Yeah.
Black book.
Centroid.
Was that Centroid? Oh, hello, Centroid. Oh, here comes a customer. I'm going to mute you guys.
Oh, there you go. Hey, we can help you.
Yeah, we can help you. Put us on.
We can help you sell it. He muted us.
Oh, come on. Just turn it around. Let us talk.
Yeah, but they can probably hear us.
We'll sell you the car. We'll sell you it.
Thank you for coming to Donardo Auto Sales, where every customer leaves happy and he gives free lollipops with every test drive.
Small town values, big city discounts.
That's it.
Donardo's Auto Sales. 4, we don't know the rest of the number. 7.
He was smiling when he got up.
Yeah.
I've been doing that.
He says, I got to get him away from this computer.
I've been doing a lot of this stuff for Fluidity and Carolyn, the marketing ladies, like, Curtis, your voice is like gold. And I'm like, well, thank you. Can you know anybody who wants to buy it?
You could do a lot of, I bet if you pushed it, Curtis, you could do a lot of radio voiceover or even video voiceover.
There's no money in it. There's so many out of work DJs that have this voice. It's, voice like mine. It's.
Yeah, but it's personality. Do all those guys that just because they have okay.
I mean, if I could turn it into money, I would. No doubt about it. And I have made some money at it. Usually it's like $150 for a commercial.
Well, there are agents out there that handle voiceovers.
Yeah, and they want money. They want a piece of whatever.
Yeah, but it's a cut of it. But the way I look at it, Curtis, is this. Let's say you get $100 or $200 gig, right? And they want to get 30%. So now you get $160. That's $160 more than you got before you ever got the contract.
Well, let's back up just one second and kind of look at this for realistically speaking. So for the longest time, I was doing 3D graphics, stuff like on my screen right now,
Right.
stuff like that. I can do all that. And at one point, I was charging $300 to do one. They take about a week to do, which you get in a pretty good deal for $300 on something like that. And when I say it takes a week, in the evenings after work is when I would work on them.
Whenever you had time.
But it would take me about a week to pump something out that was pretty nice, and I'd charge $300. And then along came Fiverr, and it's a bunch of kids who've hacked Adobe software, and then they steal a bunch of templates offline, and all they're doing is selling these templates over and over for $5. Well, then I get guys calling me up going, "Hey, I want you to make me a logo," and I say, "Well, it's $300." They go, "Well, this guy will do one for $5," and I go, "Well, it's a template."
What are you calling me for?
I know it's a template, he's going to sell the same thing to 20 other people. It's just going to be a different name. They go, "Yeah, I get that, but it's $5. Why can't you do it for $5?"
Huh.
And I go, I'm not going to spend my time doing it for $5. You want something original, something that's unique to you, that's made just for you, that you can say, "Oh, I want to change this. I want to change that." And they want to argue with you about it for $300. It's like, so I kind of just stopped doing it. And then the same thing, they have the same thing with voice guys. There's guys out there that are doing voiceover stuff for $5.
Coast to Coast Jones.
Well, the neat thing is, Curtis, is a lot of tech guys. You need to develop a program where you can do the voiceovers just by typing in what you want it to say and the cadence you want it to have and the quality of the voice it is, and you just hit go, boom, there it is.
Well, voice is organic. I mean, you could do an Alexa kind of thing where you're, something along those lines. No, I just need to find somebody that needs voice work on a continuous basis, or a marketing company.
Or you could be the voice of somebody. Yes.
Yeah. I've been talking with Carolyn, the girl at Fluidity, the marketing, and she's like, "Hey, I've got a few ideas I want to try." Once Fluidity takes off, she's not going to be there forever. So she's talking to me about some stuff, and I'm like, "Okay, this is cool. Let's see what happens."
Yep.
By the way, thank you, Coast to Coast. Appreciate that.
Yeah, everybody check out everybody's channels and make sure you hit that like button on your way in or way out.
Bill says 300. That's an incredible deal for my work.
I will be closing down at noon today.
He's got to get ready. Time. We need down now to 4 days, 5 days.
5 days. 5 days. I got two rooms to finish. I got a quarter of the kitchen to do. That's all I'm doing today. That's all I'm doing today, though. That part.
Curtis, you remember those calendars where you used to rip the day off? You had them in schools and stuff.
Yeah, the Advent calendar.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what they have there.
Countdown to Roger Palooza.
It's written on paper towel, and they cry into the ones that they tear off each day.
Val's coming. Oh.
You're
Good morning, gentlemen. Oh yeah, I know. I got to fix that. Gotcha. Different video driver.
So, Centroid, did you see Kim's video?
Not yet. I saw it had to do with steaks.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do it until after I ate. So I will be watching that one.
They are marinating now.
Oh.
Kim's in charge of pounding his steak. So
his meat.
Yeah.
Pounding his meat.
Okay. Innuendo time. I got you.
No, he's got this big mallet with little spikes on it.
Oh yeah, meat tenderizer. I got one of those, but I don't use it for meat.
He says, "Yeah, Val. Yeah, Val. Yeah, Val."
He's working out his frustrations now.
I use it for the same purpose that Nacho uses his spiked ball for. Yeah. So yeah, so I carry that in my truck. So how are you folks doing today?
Pretty good.
Another day in paradise.
I'm a little surprised you sent me a link, Roger, because I figured you'd be sick of me. I was on your show the entire time yesterday morning, and then again last night, and then you got to put up with me for what, 4 days? So
no problem. More
There
you go.
Hey, Mark, you're not the issue that Roger's worried about.
You're welcome.
Okay, we'll leave that one alone.
Where is Val, by the way?
She's laying on the beach, getting a tan. She looks good for Roger.
Is there a coincidence as to why you brought her up after that comment?
Here's my best Ken Heron.
Roger has dubbed you now the lion tamer, so you take it from there.
Oh no, the lion tamer? I don't know about that. That's a lot of responsibility and expectation.
Lioness.
I feel like more I'm going to be the lion prey in this situation.
Well, you know what they say, but you know the old circus acts. How they're able to put their head inside the lion's mouth is they feed the lion beforehand.
Yep.
Can I drug the lion?
Well, that's a possibility. I'm not in trouble for saying this, but PETA would probably be upset if you fed the lion, if you drugged the lion.
Just don't.
Not in this case.
Just don't use caffeine as the drug of choice.
Right, and caffeine is a drug.
Yes.
Well, I don't think Val's watching. Tell him your secret. You're going to make a great big thing of coffee to go on the trip. And
it's going to be decaf.
What I'm going to do is I'll show you what I'm going to do when Val's here. Hold on.
Did you get a stun gun?
Counterprod.
Mace.
Oh God. Oh my God.
That wouldn't make for interesting viewing. Poor Val getting maced. That's just horrible, guys. Horrible.
Or getting hit with a stun gun.
I'm going to buy Val a big straw, and I'm going to put this in front of her.
Oh Lord.
And I'm still pouring water in it. And there you go, Val.
There's your coffee. Have mercy.
What you do is when you get to the border, if Val's being a pain in the ass, just when the agent says, "Do you have anything to declare?" Just look at it and go, "Help me."
That's exactly what I was going to do. Help. And then,
Do you have anything to declare? Her.
Yes, I declare that she's insane.
Or when they start asking you questions and they say your name, and you look at her and say, "I don't know. She just jumped in my car."
She has a gun.
Well,
Hi, Jones, Ted, Ed, how you doing?
is Louis P. Floyd in the chat by any chance?
No, I haven't seen him.
Love My Drone says, I think you can take her, Furball.
He texted me.
Get it with the lightning rod.
He texted me that on CNY Drones somebody was looking for a drone operator, and they need that person tonight. And so he says, "Are you interested?" And he gave me the link in the email. So I emailed the person, and they wanted me for $45 an hour. And first of all, I said, I said no. I said, so where is it? What am I doing? I need to do research. I said, this is not a really good way to do things because, if there are people. And so it's near an amusement park. It's near a lake. I checked. The fly zone is fine. It's, especially with 107. I told them I won't be flying over people, and I did reserve the right to abort if I feel like there's any safety or legal issues whatsoever. And so he said he understood, and then he goes, "Okay, so are we on?" I said no, and so I emailed him back. I said $45 is too low, so I threw this at him. I said I usually charge $50 a battery, which translates to 20 minutes. So I said it's $50 for 20 minutes, and of flight time. And so then I got no response, and I texted Paul. I said, I think I scared them off. And oddly enough, they said, okay, $50 for half an hour of your time. I said, deal. So if it's half a pack in a half an hour, it's still $50.
Yeah.
So I got my first paying gig tonight, but it may not be paid if I get there and I don't feel like it's safe or there's too many people.
What do they want you to do?
They're doing some sort of I think it's some sort of video, music video. I don't know. What they want is aerial footage of the beach and around the amusement park. So I'm going to be very explicit. I'm not going to be flying over the amusement park where there are people and rides. But if they want an orbit around the amusement park, I can do that. If they, and I got the zoom, so I can zoom in and close, and get some closer shots and stuff. So that's the nice thing about having the zoom. And and he wants a swooping shot of the beach. I'm like, as long as it's not packed with people. Well, the good thing is it's going to be a twilight shot, so we're meeting at 8 o'clock, so it's more like a sunset thing. So it should be sparse. And again, I will, if I say nope, it's a no go. It is what it is.
It sounds like the same kind of setting when I did that music video at the lighthouse.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I could have asked for more, but being it's my first one, and I wasn't going to do $45 for an hour. If I get there and I do 20 minutes, 30 minutes of flight time, I download the footage onto his computer or hand over the SD card. As long as he pays me for the SD card, if he's got his own, we're good. We'll see what happens.
I can tell you most of the guys up here that are doing pro stuff, it's $500 for half a day, and then $100 for every hour after that.
Right. Well, that's it. He wants.
How many hours is a half a day?
4 hours.
Yeah.
There's 8 hours in a work day.
Yeah. So there's the math.
Where do you live?
Who, me?
Yeah. Well,
part time.
No, work day is generally 8 hours.
Yeah, I know.
That's standard. Yeah, I know. So.
Yeah, but your work week's also usually 5 or 6 days a week.
Well,
so.
I've heard also some guys translate the hourly rate as to 20 minutes of flight time and 40 minutes of prep and everything else. So an hour's worth of flight time, we only get you 20 minutes of aerial time.
Right. Well, something tells me the aerial time is really not going to be that much. It's if he just wants a couple of orbits and a swooping shot of the beach. I might be done in 10 minutes. And it's.
I don't want to come off this conversation because I have something to add, but I think Roger's trying to get our attention over there.
What's up, Roger?
Oh, I'm just showing you
What's up, Tweety?
This is for Val.
Tweety Bird. What's it say?
Hold on.
Looney Tunes?
Looney Tunes.
Oh, that.
It's for Val there.
Yeah.
We're all going to sign it for Val. I'm going to give it to Val. And
so
there you go.
So, Curtis, how much did you say was it for half a day? 500.
So so there's some guys that are charging as much as or as little as 400 for a half hour, and then 100, and you are for half a day, and it is a solid rate. It's half hour. That's the minimum I will come out and work on your project for you. And then if you go more than 4 hours, they're on the site, whether they're flying or doing anything else. If they have to stand around and wait for somebody else to get, because it's always a multi-camera shot. It's not just a drone shot.
Yeah. No, it's just me and this guy, so it shouldn't be too hard to orchestrate. But so what you're saying, it's a $400 minimum then. If I show up there, if they show up for a half an hour, it's $400.
It's $400.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, it's $100 per hour. That's the general rate that's kind of going up here.
Yeah, you can turn around and charge for the time you're in the air, and they can have you sitting around for 6 hours.
Well, that'd be a different story. He did say $50 for a half an hour of my time. That's what we said.
Nacho, you're really loud. I don't know what you're doing.
Nacho.
Please mute your microphone. That was really loud.
Well, I have the text that said a half an hour of my time, period.
Right.
End of story. So.
The other thing that I was going to point out to you, under current photography laws, you own anything that you film.
Mm-hmm.
So are you just turning over the footage to them?
No, I'm downloading it. So I will have a copy of it.
Okay.
He knows that, right?
Yeah. So basically, I will have a copy of it, and he will know that I can use it for pretty much, like
promotional,
promotional and stuff, everything like that. I'm not just going to take the SD card out of my camera and hand it to him. I will be copying it to him so he can use it any way he wants. Now, if he wants editing, that's a different story altogether. I'm not going to edit, and I'm not anywhere near professional at editing, but that would require a lot more effort, time, and money. That's for sure. So.
Let's see. Love My Drone says, time is money, Curtis. My time is valuable to me. If you're going to have my time, going to cost you. Yeah, that's essentially what I was just saying.
Yeah.
Getting there, fuel getting there, cost getting there. food there, you know, because you could eat at home a lot cheaper than having to go to the store and buy lunch or whatever.
Well,
Insurance.
here's my argument. It's 10 minutes away from me. Travel time is not that big, and I'm going to be honest with you. There's not a big market for aerial photography around here. So you got tons of people who want to do it, and not enough jobs out there. Nobody wants it for, I can tell you right now, nobody wants it for real estate, because we don't have the big, beautiful mansions, properties that people want these shots for. But you know, it is what it is.
That's the same problem. We're at max overload as far as aerial photography and video goes. I mean, everybody has a drone now,
right?
And it's so commonplace now that it's almost not even special anymore. I watched a really, really cool video on Iceland the other day. One of the most beautiful places on earth. The guy did an exceptional job, and people were like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah.
But as a cinematographer, as somebody that, you know, I appreciated what he did, but just the general public was kind of like, another drone video.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're becoming inundated with this stuff. You have to do a lot more. As far as the real estate market, please stay away from that stuff, guys. Geez, those people that are selling homes, their margins, they don't want to give up any of that money. It's some of the cheapest work you'll ever get.
I think
least amount of pay you'll ever get.
I think Ari put it well. From Australia there, he said the lowest fruit has already been picked, and that's the pretty much that's your real estate market. It's just not there. It's not easy to make money doing that. But
the folks that are, you know, and we're seeing it here in this area, the folks that are in the Remax, whoever, their sales agents are just going out buying drones. I mean, they're doing the interiors with cell phone cameras, and then they're just doing it all themselves.
In theory, if they sell a house and they're making money, and they should have a drone, they should have a 107 in theory. Yes. I know a real estate agent who does it. And her husband does it for her. And I mentioned to her, I said, "Does he have a 107?" She goes, "No." I said, "Just want to let you know, just in case the FAA gets in touch with you, this could be an issue." "Oh, no worries." I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm not the drone police. I'm not going to sit there."
Yeah.
I just want to educate them. That's all.
It is it is a 10,000 in the United States. I want to clear this do that as a caveat. In the United States, it's a $10,000 fine for the person that hires you.
And it could be up to $25,000 per image.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
not the drone pilot. We're talking to people that hire you. So the Remax agent.
Yep. All of them. Yep.
But technically, if I made money off from the person who bought the footage from me, I'm still liable too if I'm not 107.
Right. You are still liable. You can still be fined, et cetera, but they're going after the big money.
Right.
Russell, I sent you the link.
So when you talk to somebody and they say, "Well, you know, Bobby, who's 16, has a drone and he'll do it for, you know, a candy bar."
Yeah.
So, well, that's fine. But just so you know, it's a $10,000 fine for you if you hired him to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And they will track it to you because it will be your house that you're selling on your website. So there is that. I've got to, you know, I kind of looked at the 107 thing and I said, screw it. I'm not going to do it. There are friends of mine in the industry that I'm in that want me to, that have hired drone pilots and not been happy with the work. And they know that I fly and they know what I do. And they're like, "Kurt, you have to do this for me." So I will hire a 107 pilot and go out there and I'll fly under his ticket.
Yeah, but Curtis, I know you. You're kind of like me. You're a perfectionist. So therefore, you're going to go hire somebody and you're going to look at it and say, "Oh my God, I would have done it different." You know.
Well, no, Paul. When I say I hire somebody, they don't fly. I'm flying on their ticket.
Oh, okay. In other words, you're just going to have their ticket. Okay.
They're standing right there beside me. They're the pilot in charge. I'm flying.
I got you. Because I was saying, if you sent a 107 pilot over there without instruction.
No. My example is that there's a shipyard that had a very, very nice ship that they were fixing to launch and they wanted it filmed, and they had a guy come out and film a couple things before the launch, and they were not happy with what he did. And they said, "Curtis, and they know me." And I told them, I said, "I can't do it for the first time around because I don't have a 107 license. I'm not interested in doing it. There's not enough money." And they came back and they said, "Okay, how much money?" I told them $1,200, and they said, "Okay." And I said, I will hire a 107 pilot so that we can do this legally. And I hired a guy to come out there with me, and we basically split the money. Ended up taking
the other thing that I find interesting in the 107 law, me as a 107 pilot, I can have several other drones pilots flying under my license as long as we're all standing together and get all different kinds of angles of the same event.
Mm-hmm.
And it all falls under my license.
Yes, true. You are the pilot in charge.
Yep. And they're just remote pilots.
For somebody that does not have a 107 license, I know an awful lot about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I have somebody with that I work with, CNY Drones, and he's getting a lot of call for taking footage of motocross races, and he can't do it. And I keep telling him, I said, listen, dude, if you want to make money doing this, and he's a friend, so I don't care about making money. If you want to do this and you want to do it legally, just call me up, do the job. I'll be the pilot in command.
Yeah.
I'll come out there with you. I'll pretend to be the one in control, but I said, you tell me what you want done, and I'll just make sure they understand what's going to go on, and then just understand it at some point. If I think something's not safe, if you're near people, or there's, if it's got to, if there's an audience, that's a different story. But if they just want to be out there and get some neat shots of them doing jumps and stuff, I said, that's fine. I'll do it with you, man. And he goes, well, I'll pay you. I said, you don't have to. You want to throw me $20? I don't care. I'm doing this because you want to do it, and it's experience for me. It's not about me making money. I never really got the 107 to make money. This is just a fluke that I actually got this job. So whether I make a ton of money or not, and I also don't want to shoot myself in the foot, but half an hour of my time, 10 minutes, 20 minutes driving, $50.
Well, Mark, you're a lot like I am. I got my 107 pilot way back when, and I just renewed. I got my second run around now.
Yeah.
And but I didn't do it for the money. I did it because I wanted to have the knowledge. I wanted to have the experience. I wanted to have all of those things. And so therefore, I have a 107. And I've had a lot of people try to hire me, and I said, nah, I'm retired. Nope, I can't do it. And with bad back, bad knees, a lot of that is true. I can't do it.
Hello, Russ. How are you?
Russ,
I am good. But today my name is Top Drone Expert.
I see that. Top Drone Expert.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I vomit now? Will that be inappropriate for the live?
No, actually, it's very, very appropriate for it.
Is there some sarcasm behind that? Did something happen we need to know about?
No, I hope not. No, but I, because I actually do a lot of real estate and stuff like that. And I will say one thing though, weddings is where the money is at. Holy crud. But like people they just throw money at you because it's a wedding.
Yeah, it's a one-time shot. And they want to get every possible angle, don't they?
And it's stressful as all.
How much do you charge for capturing video for a wedding? Do you have to edit it, or do you just capture the video and hand it over?
Oh no, I edit it and make a video, and it's $100 per minute of edited video, and they usually want between 5 and 10 minutes.
Well, there you go.
So
I did one.
And I actually charge. I'm actually a lot cheaper than other people.
I did one wedding for a friend of mine. Well, a friend of mine's friend of mine. I didn't charge him a dime. It turned out really well, and it was down at that lighthouse. And it turned out really well, and there happened to be boats going by, and I went out over the lake and came in from the boat onto the wedding site. And it was fun.
Now, I don't know about where you live, Russ, New York State. It's very difficult, and I'm going to say this, very difficult population of people to make happy. I actually did a lot of discussion of this with people like Eagle VP, who's done a lot of drone work and video work, not just with drones, but with, just on ground weddings and stuff. And he doesn't like to do editing anymore, because when you do that, depending on the person you're working for, they kind of have the right to say, I don't like this. I don't like this. This needs to change. This needs to change. And he found himself spending more time making corrections to make the person happy. Now,
how I go around that is, so with real estate, I have a few different ways of editing some of the photos. Obviously, you highlight the plot line or plat line and all this other stuff. is stuff that you can do for me. And so I'll show them, hey, this is what I did for this. This is what I did for this. This is what I did for this. Any of these that you don't like, any of these that you really like. And when they point out, oh yeah, I really like this one. I really like that one. I really like this one.
Put them all together.
Feel for what they want.
But it's just the end. It's just the end. It's just the end show, though. At the end, they're like, "Oh, I don't like that transition," or "I don't like this," or
"Oh, yeah." For video.
Oh yeah.
Video. What I have when they're signing their thing to have me do the video, it's you are paying for my expertise and my stuff, and you're getting what you're getting.
Well, as long as they don't take you to court and say I'm not happy with it and you're not an expert, and I challenge you, because that New York State is ridiculous. I did construction here. And when you're done with the contract, they're always fighting for more. And, and I've been called out. I've walked on it, and they brought me to small claims court, and I had to show the contract, and I had to argue, and it just became an issue. People just want so much for nothing anymore. And I'm only speaking for my area. I'm not speaking for the rest of the country. I'm just like, I can only imagine what could be like if people aren't happy.
Another reason I stayed out of it.
Yeah, I haven't had that yet. I haven't had anybody. I've had one person.
That's not me.
Not me.
Oh, it's John. He's going to sell that car. He's going to be down
to another car. Yep.
Damn it. He's going to be down to 2 cars now. Or wait, he sold one earlier. Now he's down to 1 car.
Yeah.
But I will say this: you don't get paid a lot for real estate. And I probably can make a little bit more than you can up there, Mark, because we have so many big lakes around here, and it's kind of a tourist town area. So we have there's a plethora of $1.5 to $7 million homes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's we don't have that kind of we have a couple, but it'd be like hyenas fighting over a carcass to try to get that job. It's like.
But what I do a lot of is commercial. They want commercial pictures and stuff.
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, I don't research, and I don't put myself out there enough. I'm sure there's probably more jobs out there, but I just don't find the drive to do that. If
I'm
it
still
falls
waiting
in my lap.
I'm still waiting to get chewed into here. When's this going to happen?
When what?
Oh.
I'm ready.
What did he say?
Yeah. Oh, he said he's waiting for me to chew him out because I said, I forgot what I said because I was just joking when I said I can't remember. But I said, I'm going to tear into this Curtis
guy.
That's what but you know what? Here's what the only thing that I like, what you were saying, Curtis, that I kind of, and this is more just personal. It's not that you're wrong at all. It's all just what the person feels is I like doing this because it offers a different challenge. And all of us who fly drones, we like the challenge of this, challenge of that, everything. Yeah. I like doing these commercial jobs because it offers a challenge and you make enough money off of it to kind of help pay for your hobby. That's what I like.
I don't disagree with that. In fact, I agree with it 100%. I tend to make money on the other end of the spectrum as far as sponsors and stuff like that. Yeah. And doing a lot of the graphic work and that tail end of it. So the flying portion, so for my area, you guys know where I live, Seattle. You guys know who's up here. Some of the most richest folks in the world. In fact, the most richest man in the world, I think. Amazon. He's here. So
I was going to say the other thing you have there is you have quite a few. You have some of the biggest drone lobbyists in your city there that are trying to push out the people like you and I who fly drones.
Exactly. That's a whole show right there. Yes, I totally agree with you. But as far as the real estate market, there are several multi-million-dollar homes up here, and you can make some nice money if you get in with those folks. But what I'm finding is in people that are messaging me saying, "Hey, Curtis, how do I do this? How do I do that? I work for Remax or I work for X company, that company," and I have to give them all the details. I find more of them are just doing it themselves. Yeah. And some of them are doing it legally. I tell them, "Hey, you really need to get a 107 permit. The fines are very, very hefty." And they're going, "Well, how do I do it?" And I start sending them links and stuff like that. The people want to do it. The majority of people want to do things correctly. They own a business. They don't want to screw up. The FAA does not make everything real abundantly clear for new people that come into this. I see drone videos. They look cool. It would represent 2% of what I do as far as a video that I put together of a house. I'm just going to get a drone and just do it instead of paying some guy, $1,200 to come out and do my house. Makes sense. So then they go on Facebook, they meet me on Facebook and they go, hey, how do I do this stuff? And I kind of run them through that stuff. Overall though, I think that the real estate industry, if you're getting a drone and you're thinking you're going to make money in the real estate industry, you're going the wrong route. You need to get with folks. You need to get with folks that want to do mapping or 3D printing or not printing, but 3D mapping and stuff like that. That's where the real money is going to come in.
Yeah. There's also and construction, especially big construction commercial sites where they want updates and progress shots and stuff like that, especially development, areas of development.
I got a guy that does a rock quarry once a month, and this rock quarry is huge. And he goes out there and he flies that pattern and he uses Pix4D and he gives them measurements every month of how much piles of rocks they have everywhere. How many, and from that they can figure out how many truckloads it's going to take to move X amount of rocks to job site and all that stuff, all the data that he can provide. And it saves that guy a ton. The guy who hires him, it saves him a ton of money having all that data that he can use just immediately. So that's really where the money is.
By the way, I got contacted by somebody. So if anybody who has or may want a Part 107 lives in North Dakota area, you should get it. Because I got an email from somebody who asked how far away I go and how much I'm willing to do, because they're willing to pay $400 per oil rig that I go and inspect the joints of the upper whatever thing of the oil rig or whatever. You just have to do a couple orbits around and take some pictures of each oil rig, and then you go on to the next one. By the way, these things are like 5 and 6 miles apart. So you could literally go do like 30 of them in a day and make $400 per oil. Anybody who wants to do that, I don't want to travel to North Dakota, but
there's a friend of mine that does that in Canada, the oil pipeline out of Canada. Yeah, he films and documents all that stuff, and it's just a constant. There's other people that are doing power line inspections.
I think that's what Bell does, isn't it?
Yeah, that power line inspection thing is just gold. They give you a longitude, latitude, location of where this thing's at. You go there and you film them, and you document what the current condition is, and you send it on. You do 20 of those a day. You're making good money, and it's money that's every day. You don't have to get out there and deal with somebody who goes, oh, I don't like your color correction on this. I don't like your titles on this. I don't like your graphics on this. I don't like the music on this. I don't like you spent too long on this. Your orbit's not perfect, whatever. You're not dealing with a creative side of things. You're dealing with the technical side of what drones can do. And that's where I think the future of drones is going to come in.
Yeah. I think one thing in the future that is going to change everything is when they start actually enforcing the Part 107 and hobbyist differentiation, and they start enforcing it strongly. That's when they're going to have, because you will weed out all those people that you guys are talking about,
right?
Real estate agents that just go out and buy their own drone. And some of these guys who hire me, they have no clue what a Part 107 is. Because they're like, oh, well, I've been having my buddy who does real estate also just fly his drone for me. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Well, is he a Part 107 and stuff as well? No, he just bought it like a couple months ago. They have no clue. They don't know.
I can tell you right now, under the current rules that the FAA has released, they've empowered local law enforcement to enact and basically enforce their rules now.
Correct, but they haven't trained the local law enforcement.
They are in the process of doing that training right now.
See, so that's what's going to change everything. That's
exactly. So now when you pull up, in your local, Andy Griffith shows up at with his police car and and says, "Oh, let me see your license there, buddy." He's not kidding. He's actually able to enforce those laws. So they may not know right now, but they are in the process of training.
Yeah, I
got that in my area. All the EPO police that patrol the river, you don't see one drone flying there anymore because they confiscate your drone.
Oh. Are you minus one drone, John? Is that what you're trying to say?
I am not. I have not flown since I've been on the river this year, and that's why, because all these rumors were coming out, and then one of the guys that hangs out with us, works for the FAA, was actually out there talking to the Coast Guard, and the Coast Guard is on the river, and they said, yeah, that's why there's 3 patrol boats, but plus ours. So there's East Hampton is a town. They have the Southampton, and then they have the regular EPO police, all in these boats with binoculars, and they're trying to get you for anything that you're doing wrong. Going too fast,
yep.
They do radar on the river. Drinking if you're driving, they sit there and watch you with binoculars.
I mean, why is this area so particular? I'm not understanding.
It's just where everybody goes to. Did you ever see any of my videos on the site where there's 200 boats in one area?
Yeah,
No,
but I'm with Curtis. Is this a federal no-fly zone or what?
Well, there's airports all along it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's right next to
Well,
airport.
there you go.
Plus, we have, but there is
Airport
areas
space.
where you can fly. We always could, but they're trying to enforce it now because now you're flying over people, you're flying, the beach.
Yep. We had somebody who got nailed at 4th of July here in Coeur d'Alene, because right at the Coeur d'Alene city beach and everything, there's about 125 to 170,000 people that crammed into this, park. It's about 2 park area or whatever. And they all cram into this area to watch these fireworks and hang out for the day. And I don't go there anymore because it takes an hour and a half to get out there with traffic now. But they got somebody for flying his drone over the huge crowd of people. And the dude flew into where they were lighting the fireworks off. He got within 50 yards of where they were lighting the fireworks off at 150 feet. I was hoping something was going to hit his drone. That's what
Well, one of the last videos I did where there was a concert up there and we had all our boats, I talked to the organizers of the concert, and I had them announce that we were going to fly the drones over everybody. As long as everybody agreed with it, and it was hands down, everybody agreed with it. So we flew over all the drones, and that was before Part 107 was around and all this stuff. So the video that's up on my sites is before they mandated, but I'm not using it for any kind of money either. But so you'll see some of them where I'm flying over, 100 boats with people in them, and I'm flying close and I fly over them, but they were all involved in the video, every one of the people that were there. So according to the drone laws now, I guess, if the people are involved in the video, you're allowed to fly over them. Is that correct, all you 107 holders?
Yes, as long as everybody is in understanding that you are flying over them and they are all aware of where the drone is and they should be watching it or whatever. But
you can see them all
fly near crowds of people and stuff. But you still have to have a dedicated landing and takeoff zone and all that junk, whatever.
Well, and the other thing too is now and see, that's a gray area, because there's part of the new licensing says that everybody in the area that you're going to fly over has to be part of your production team, and they have to sign a waiver.
Yeah, we didn't get any waivers signed. We just all, it was all either yes or no. The band was announcing it, and they were recording everything. And
not only that, but even with the waivers now they have a weight limit to height. Basically, if your drone comes crashing down, how many kilograms of force is it going to hit something with? That's where the limits are now, and it's not a lot. Like for my Mavic Air, it's 54 feet or something like that to be directly over people and hover, and then to fly over people, it's 80 feet or something like that. To continually move over people. But
John Coopy's in the chat. John, did you get your new drone yet? You were supposed to get a new one today.
I did.
So,
track of my chat, trying to log in this car at the same time.
Waxfire's in the house. How you doing, Waxfire? Michael Benny was blind. Furball Kim is here as usual. Michael Benny.
It's only semi-funny because it costs you money, but the fact that you put realness to the fire part of your name there, Wax,
Oh, the irony. The irony. Oh,
You're not at you, man.
top drone expert. Too soon. Too soon.
Yeah. Oh,
Too soon.
So, top drone expert, your comment, that's crazy. I mean, reporters can video anywhere, but private flyers can't do it. What are you referring to?
Me?
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said reporters can. I'm only asking this because I'm a consultant for NBC. So reporters can video anywhere, but private flyers can't do it. Reporters have just as many 107 limitations as everybody else does.
This is true.
I don't think
so. Around my area,
they do in New York now. In fact, it sent all the TV news stations here went up in arms when they found out that their pilots had to have 107s. They're scampering now to get them certified.
Did somebody type that into chat? Because I haven't typed anything into chat.
Are you was blind?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, let me ask. I'm sorry. So was blind. It said that's crazy. I mean, reporters can video anywhere, but private flyers can't do it. What are you talking about there?
He's probably talking about what you see on the news where they're flying over, a hurricane issue after the hurricane went through, or tornadoes, and they're flying over people and everything. I know when we have 2 TV stations that have Part 107 drone flyers, they fly everywhere. I don't care if it's a no-fly zone or not. Them sons of guns, they fly there. I mean, it's hard not to, because I can look on the map and see it's a no-fly zone for a 107.
Now, to their
around the buildings that are right there, taking video of a fire.
Well, they are supposed to follow the 107 rules to the T.
They have a team that can get them the exemption.
Yeah, I was just going to say their head office is probably on the job calling the towers, doing what they got to do to get the information. So the pilots probably just have to sit back and wait for clearance.
Unless there's somebody who's affiliated with NBC. Those guys, man, we don't know.
And the point is that those guys probably have the contacts with the local fire, police, sheriff, and everybody, and they know each other. So they say, "Hey, we'd like to cover this." Oh, sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you about the national level. Yes, there is, and specifically for NBC, they have somebody that makes those phone calls before the local ground reporters even get there. X event has happened, and they have people on the phone going, "We're sending a team there. We're going to be doing a live report. We're sticking drones in the air. What permits do we need? Who do we need to contact?" Everything is set up before they get there. And yeah, the pilot is given a clearance to go or not go when he gets there. Now, I'm not talking about local TV stations. That's a different story, but they're all held to the same standards that anybody else that has a 107. They will sometimes be given preference because
that's what I was going to say is that's where I noticed that TV stations and news reporters get a little bit more
give and take
because a lot of times the police will utilize a news station to get information out. For instance, I'm trying to think of a good car wreck that's really, really bad. And they can put a drone up in the air to demonstrate how bad it is. And it'll emphasize to people, "Hey, I need to take a different route." Because instead of just coming on the radio and saying, "Oh yeah, there's a car wreck, pile up on I-5," somebody sees it on their phone. The wife in the passenger seat sees it on her phone with the report, and they go, "Oh, this is really bad. This is going to be hours before they clear it. Let's take another route." That helps the situation. So they're going to get a little bit of preferential treatment to it, but they still have to follow all the 107 rules.
Correct. And the other thing I will say is for example, like where I did this wedding that I'm currently in the middle of editing, they for a while said, "We don't want drones here. We don't want drones here." And I mean, obviously, yes, they can't tell you that you're not allowed to fly over their space, but why would you want to do a job and fight with the person who owns the property that you're filming over with the person who's having a wedding and paying them to be there? You don't want that. So I continue to just work on them. But the thing is they were like, "No drones, no drones, no drones." But yet they had just had the news station come out and do a story on their winery and all this other stuff. And that's where I think they also get a little bit of preferential treatment is that news story makes them a whole lot more, I guess, gives them notoriety and attention, eyeballs on them, compared to Russ Ward, drone flyer, who's going to have a bunch of people from a wedding want to watch this, and the couple wants it, but they're really not going to get a ton of popularity off of my video compared to the news.
But it's free. It's free advertising, though. I mean, how can they,
exactly?
That's how I would look at it. I'm like, okay, a small population of people who are going to watch this, but still, they get to see the winery from the sky, and that might have them talk about it. It's not costing them any. They're sure as hell not going to lose business from it.
Well, the thing that they had is they have it's a winery, and they're on about 28 acres. And there's a couple neighbors around the area that don't want the drones flying over them. And one of them, I guess, at one point in time threatened to shoot him out of the sky. And I told him, I was like, well, he really better not do that.
Yeah, well, that's illegal, first of all. But isn't there a level of an altitude where they really can't tell you they can't fly over the house? I mean,
yeah, there is. The thing is in the drone laws, if you're focusing on a part of their property, and that's what your focus is, now you are not flying over their property, you're flying.
You're filming them.
You're filming their property, and that's where they do have rights. And so
right, that I understand.
Yeah.
Did anybody see the big fire they had down? Where was it? The big Bourbon fire?
Yeah. Ken Heron was talking about that one. Yeah.
Oh man, that was huge.
Just a side note for everybody that relates to this. There's a lot of people talking all the time about what is a professional drone for professional use and professional quality video and all that stuff. I can tell you, NBC is using Mavic 2 Pros and Mavic 2 Zooms.
Yep.
They can have any drone they want. That's what they're using.
Now, who's using this?
NBC News.
Well, there you go.
They send them out to all their cameramen. And generally speaking, their cameramen are also the drone pilots.
Yep, exactly. And it comes down to, Curtis, ease of use. You know, we've all had the big drones where you got to unfold them and put in the batteries and all that kind of stuff. In a news situation or spontaneous situation, you just want to unfold the legs, turn it on, and fly.
Yep. They're using the new RC. They're using the Mavic 2 Pros and Mavic 2 Zooms. And, people going, well, it's not the best image. You need an Inspire 2 or an X5 camera or something. No.
So Curtis, you're saying I just wasted my money on a Matrice.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I'm just kidding. I didn't buy it.
Yes,
I wouldn't be married anymore if I'd spent that money on a Matrice.
That's what I was saying.
Unless
Waxfire.
You love a Matrice and you've always wanted one. It's kind of like the guy that goes out and buys a Bentley.
I don't want a Matrice anymore. I like small and compact. That thing's a monster.
Hang on 1 second. I want to answer something real quick. Waxfire, it's the 4K aspect. No, they are shooting in 1080p. The editors do not want to downgrade the footage. They want 1080p. That's what they want. I can tell you personally, I know.
Well, they're doing it for a news program. They're not doing it for a movie.
Right, but the quality is still there.
Yeah. And they're probably shooting it.
I gotta take off. It was supposed to be at 11 is what I was told, and now it's actually at 10. But I am going to be on a float in a parade today.
All right, get some video.
Are you wearing a dress?
I am not allowed to say, but maybe. No, I'm just joking. But I gotta go because now we have like less than an hour to get ready and get to this thing. And
okay.
Instead of an hour and a half.
Have fun.
See you guys.
Take
Thanks
care.
for
Later.
Now, Curtis, my experience with photography is more with the old SLR cameras and stuff, still photography. So I'm wondering if it translates, because I'm pretty sure that the Mavics do this. I used to shoot, especially with my digital cameras, in JPEG and RAW, so that if I needed to do any color grading, RAW's the way to have it. I'm pretty sure that the Zooms do that too. So if they're in production with it, they can mess with the 1080p and RAW, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It Paul said it. It's a lot of it is convenience, but it is quality. I mean, if the quality was not there, that's why they're not using a Mavic Air or a Spark, because the quality is not there. But I see this in Facebook groups all the time where they're saying, "Oh, it's not a professional drone. You can't use that to film real estate." I'm telling you, the professionals use that drone.
Yeah, and it's a case too, I think, where They want it now. They don't want to have to run it through the editing department, chop. They just want to chop and put it on, you know?
Everybody, I'll be closing down at noon today, at 12 o'clock in 15 minutes.
Hey, Roger. Well, I'll give you a little head start, and I'll go ahead and back out of here, my friend.
Yeah, go lay down, Paul. You need to rest.
Yeah, well,
Take a grandpa nap.
I think I need to go out and trim some bushes is what I need to do. But
Okay.
but then that's another story. So everybody, have fun, stay out of trouble, fly safe, and we'll see everybody again. Roger, are you on again tonight?
What is today? Saturday? No, Centroid's supposed to go on tonight.
Centroid is he keeps putting it off, so I don't know if he's on again or off again.
Well, we'll see. If he's not on, I'll go on.
Okay. All right. We'll see everybody. Take care.
Take
Bye,
care.
Paul.
Curtis,
Bye, Paul.
Curtis, you remember, you are the wizard, Curtis. Okay.
I didn't do your intro today. I'll get you on later on today when you wake up, and I'll do your intro for you. It's not
Okay.
cool to do an intro when you're exiting.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, my friends. Bye-bye for now.
See you later.
Waxfire
Bye,
says
Paul.
most TV cams film in 8K or 6K.
You need to define that. I mean, is it like so? Like my buddy that I know at NBC, he also does a lot of the Lifetime videos. You know, she murdered him as he walked out of the room because he cheated on those films.
Yeah,
They're filmed in 1080p.
1080p.
Yeah, I know, but
1080p.
he works on filming Waxfire.
Okay.
He works on films, productions, and he does the editing and all that.
That's cool. I'm just telling you what my buddy does.
Yeah. Centro, are you going on tonight? You don't know?
No, I don't know. I'm it's hit or miss. Just do your thing, Roger. Just do your thing if you want to go on.
Well, I've got an interview with Artco Drone Solutions. That'll probably be an hour or something like that.
What time?
4 p.m. my time.
And that's what time Eastern?
It'd be 7. So
7? Okay.
if Centroid doesn't do anything and you don't do anything, then I'll probably go on and then I'll have you guys on my show.
Yeah, okay. Come on. Yeah, okay. Give me a break. Yeah, sure.
I mean, whatever you want to do is fine with me.
No,
We're all just having fun anyway.
Yeah,
Go
I
on
have-
live tonight, Curtis. Go on live tonight.
Okay.
It gives me a break because I still got a lot of things to do here in the house and all that. And by that time, I'll be probably dragging my legs and everything. And
Centroid, you going to be around?
I'll be around. All right.
Okay.
I got to get my game face on for next week. So
You got to send me your email or something so I can email you. Or
Yeah, sure. Well, actually, it's easy. I don't know why it's so secretive. Everybody does it anyway. If you just go to my webpage under info, it's under there.
where's your webpage?
Centroid. Not webpage.
Centroid.
I meant to say my channel.
Okay.
Yeah, just go Centroid and just go to the info section. Emails there.
Okay.
And I don't care. It's simple. It's Centroid
that's what I do
68.
now on. I just go on everybody's webpage and about. I'm not a robot, so you can take a.
You're not Roger?
No.
Yeah, I was starting to wonder until you got Zoom. Now that cleared it up for me.
Just blurt out just enough that we didn't know what was going on.
Because I got off the witness protection plan. That's why I got it.
Oh, you're cleared
Okay.
now. You're okay. All right.
Okay, so now I'm getting a little bit more understanding as why you said you're not coming to the United States anymore. It's starting to all clear up. Not
It's
just
all
not-
coming together.
Yeah, not just because of Zoom. The whole picture is getting clear. The picture.
So before we go off, John, are you going to actually take our ideas that we suggested to you and try them out?
I am.
Donardo Auto Sales YouTube channel and just put the cars on there.
I do have a Donardo Auto Sales YouTube channel. I have this company that's supposed to maintain all this stuff, but Jesus, they're a pain in the neck.
Well,
Only
if you need voiceover work, I am available.
$5. $5. I heard him say that earlier. You can play it back.
I said the guys that are charging $5 are killing me.
Well, you got to compete now.
Yeah, I know.
So-
Jeez.
So $4.50.
$4.50. Yeah, there you go.
I'm actually on my website. I noticed they were supposed to convert me to some type of live website from my old style website. And I see I can find 2 websites with my cars on it that are 2 different websites under the same, I don't know how they've done that. So I have to get them on the phone and find out what they're doing. I have no clue what they're doing. But now I'm just looking at all my stuff and trying to figure out what I should do. If I should just use my cell phone and go around and do that YouTube stuff like that and post it right onto that page. If I should.
Let me interrupt you for 1 second. Phantom Flight 101. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be going on live after I do the interview with Artco Drone Solutions. I'll give you an email and get you on there with me, buddy. Go ahead, John.
What time are you going on tonight?
So I don't know why Artco wants to interview me. I don't think I'm a great interview.
It's your voice.
It's my voice.
He
wants it for $2.
You know everything. You know a lot about a lot of things. So
yeah,
have on and talk to.
I never think I'm really that interesting personally.
You don't, because it's you. So
right.
Everybody that watches you. Oh, I know a friend that does this. Oh, actually, I've done this before, and
yeah.
You know stuff about gas that people usually don't know. There's all sorts of stuff.
I'm a fountain of unusable knowledge. No. So anyway, it's going to be 4:00 Pacific time that I'm going on with him, and I'm assuming it's going to be an hour-long show. And he's an interesting guy himself. I think I'm going to be interviewing actually him more than he's going to interview me. He may not know that. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff about him I really want to ask him about.
He's quite a colorful character.
Love the guy. I think he's really interesting. I love some of the stuff that ingenuity things that he does. I think it's a really cool guy. So I may just turn this around and just interview him. You never know.
He used to do stand up, right?
Yeah, I know. But anyway, 4:00, and I'm assuming the interview is going to be an hour. So after that show is over, then I'll fire up my channel and we'll go do something.
What's the time difference again?
It's 4:00 Pacific, which would be 7 Eastern.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then we'll just we'll go whenever. No rules. No vowel rules.
Yeah. Johnson, Bass. The weather here is pretty good, sunny, but very windy right now. We were supposed to get thunderstorms today.
You've been having some bad weather, Roger. Every time I hear you come on, it's raining, it's windy, it's.
That's Alexia's fault.
Yeah, it better get it out of its system before we get there.
Yeah.
Or Val's sleeping outside.
Well, you want to get out and fly a little bit while you're up there.
Yeah. There's a couple of new places there that my next door neighbor will love to bring the guys down there to fly.
So, Centroid, some of the things I want to talk about tonight is FPV because I'm really wanting to get into this stuff.
I can do my best.
Just give me a hint.
I'm a noob still, but I've learned quite a bit from all the great people that have helped me on these channels. So I'll do what I can.
That's one area I'm weak in, so it'll be one of the things I'll be talking about tonight.
Cool. I'm in.
So right now, here it's doing 77 Fahrenheit right now. Sunny. And I'm trying to get the weather report for today. See, we were supposed to have thunderstorm. Now it's clear. Now, Sunday, tomorrow, rain, 100%. Yeah. Okay. Was blind. Heck no, I'm hiding with you. Okay. So everybody in the chat, I'm going to start saying my goodbyes to everybody in the chat because we're closing down in 5 minutes. So I'm going to say goodbye to Was Blind. Waxfire, you have a good one. Yeah, we're getting all the ass ends of the storms from the States. Yeah, it's true, Waxfire. Yeah. Johnson Bass, I wish you a good, blessed day today. Well, I'll see you tonight on Curtis's live stream. For all.
I'll be on right after Art.
Yeah. I'll be seeing Furball in a few minutes. Was Blind, Phantom Flight 101. And Centroid's in the house. Nomadic Bike, you'd be safe, my friend, today. Ultimate Shoe Tube, FPV, you have a good one. Phantom Flight, Hodges. Phantom Flight 101. I know he's at football practice today. John Cooper, you have a good one. Drone Pool's at the church, cleaning the church today. Michael Banny, thank you so much for coming in. Rad Girl this morning also. Green Patches. West Haven, you have a good one. Everybody be safe today. If you go flying, go driving. Watch out for the other driver. Might have a name Val on her car, so watch out for that.
Hey, Roger, you're going to stay on the Zoom for a second after?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, take care.
Take
See
care.
y'all
Cam.
later. Bye.
Bye, everybody.